You could have heard this episode 48 hours early on our Patreon, patreon.com/indieheadspodcast. By joining us for as low as $1 a month, you'll receive episodes early, gain access to our Discord server, and get yourself an Indie Heads podcast sticker. Mainland episodes go up on our Patreon 48 hours before it hits our public podcast feeds. But if you're hearing this via our Patreon feed, we thank you so much for your support. We especially want to thank our Real Ones Patreon supporters, including Becca Etienne, Georgia Mikowski, A History of Violet, Delaney Mouthman, Josiah Duncan, Marcy Anime, Matt Cameron, A-Watt, Alex Gershmanoff, Cal50, Chance Holdup, Charles, Chris Wade, Commander in Beef, Gavin 490 Freak, Grant, Griff, Ian, Jake Wald, Jay, Jenna LaFleur, Keep Autism Weird, Maze Farms, Mark Barry, Matthew Taylor, Max Kawazinski, Nicole Rifkin, Rena K, Rob Mariano, Sarah Moore, Tay, Tim's Discount Prices, Luigi Mangione, and Zach. And if you want to be amongst these names, consider upgrading to our Real One tier on Patreon, or receive a bonus episode every month on top of other perks. And before we move into the episode, I just want to thank the rest of our Patreon supporters like Jason Daphnis, Kevin Cookman, AJ Moser, Alec Felder, Alexis Davin, Alan Eleanor, Bailey, Barely March, Cheddaz, Cody Gagan, Corbin Camage, Derek Pemberton, Drew Wharton, Elder Grams, Erase Red Baby, Eric Chow, Gavlin, GayRs420, Holiday Kirk, Jack Tickleman, Jekyll and Kataga, Jay Namjadi, James Boss, Jeremy Bull, Josh, Lily, Matthew Herring, Matthew McPherson, Midwest Maxwell, Molly O'Brien, Nato, Randy Donaldson, Sarah L., Vika LaFleur, Will Griffin, Will for Thrill, and June K. Anyways, though, enjoy the episode.
Hello, and welcome back to Pod Hero, our series covering the highs and lows of the Guitar Hero franchise. I am one of your hosts, Natalie, and for the purposes of this episode, I will be the only host here. Our other co-host, Gavin, has very unceremoniously left the band. He's going off to do a new podcast venture. He's calling it Echo Pod. He's playing a show at some club. I don't know. We're going to go check it out after the show. It's probably nothing. Nobody's going to be there. But no, for real. Psyched to be back here on this season finale for our season 2 of Pod Hero. Once again, back here with our good producer DJ Matty.
Look, we're just like where Metallica. We're just like where we were when Metallica was making Saint Anger. You know,
yeah.
just us three. Although I guess they had who's the producer? Is Bob Newstead?
Oh, Bob Rock. Bob Rock. Who's just playing the bass and is like, oh, you're never going to find another bass player. Like, I think it'll just be the three of you, like, clearly just wanting to play bass on all of their records.
Yeah. I guess in this scenario, I'm the Bob Rock. But, like, you know, I feel like I'm both Bob Rock and also Lars. Because much like Lars, I am constantly a victim, as you can hear in the DJ Matty drop.
Thank you.
DJ Matty in the house.
DJ Matty in the house.
That's a Google adjective, like you didn't know what it was.
I'm a victim, much like Lars.
So what you're saying is this episode is our therapy sessions. We're just sitting around. We're getting all our feelings out. We can only record this episode between the hours of 12 and 4, and after that we need to go reconvene with our families, make uncle music, be the good uncle figures we all deserve.
Look, I will say this is again, this episode, it's the part in the Saint Anger recordings where James just like leaves suddenly, you know, for like a year. That's what Gavin did. Gavin just left us, you know. He left to go get cigarettes. He left to go get cigarettes at the gas station. And we'll see if he comes
He's
back.
He's not coming back.
Well, he better fucking be back next week. He better be not for Pod Hero, of course, for our next series, which we'll kind of
we'll tease at the end of this episode, yeah.
Tease at the end, but hey, if you missed the number ones, we got some exciting news for you, you know, for our
exciting and cursed news.
Yes, both. The answer is both. But we're not. It's not just me and Natalie. We're not just rocking this as a duo. We thankfully have an expert in the house for this episode, and our guest. You know her.
Returning guest.
You love her.
Returning it.
It's Marcy Anime.
It's me, Kirk Hammett. I just love I just love surfing, man. I just love catching a wave. It just keeps me relaxed, you know. It's just like if I'm just like studio's like too crazy. I'm just on the ocean.
God.
The most normal anyone comes off in that doc is when he's talking about surfing, and then he like immediately tanks it like a few minutes later, talking about whatever bullshit. It's beautiful.
God.
Oh gosh. Oh.
This is gonna be a fucked episode.
So if you can't tell, based on all the references that we're doing, we've finished. Thank God we have finished Guitar Hero World Tour. We covered all of Guitar Hero on tour, all 3 games, because who has the fucking time or patience to do more than 1 episode on that fucking abomination of like a game series? But there's one more game that we're going to cover before the next mainline Guitar Hero game. So we're dividing these seasons such that we have like 2 mainline games each season, and then we cover all the little like assorted things in between. But for this week, we're covering Guitar Hero Metallica, which is the second band-specific game after, of course, the Aerosmith game. And I have some interesting, like, complicated thoughts as somebody who did not play this game as a kid. I was never really a big Metallica head. Like, I knew the songs. I had, like, the big songs, like, on my iPod and would, like, hear them in Guitar Hero games, other rhythm games. But like Metallica was never a band I was deeply invested in enough to like go out and get the game. So I was playing this like really fresh and new for the podcast. Before we get there, though, Marcy is on here because you are a big Metallica fan and also very familiar with this game. So before I get my takes out of the way, I want to hear from you as somebody who is like on the ground floor. Like what was it like in 2009, Guitar Hero Metallica in your hands?
Okay. I was a real Guitar Hero nut as a teen, like many were. What was it? I had like, okay, let me name all the ones I had. I had Guitar Hero 3, World Tour, Metallica, Warriors of Rock. Didn't have any of the handheld ones. I played like Guitar Hero Arcade a bunch, but like I played a lot of those games, like a lot. Like it kind of like it was like one of those things that kind of consumed my life for like a chunk of time. Where I just like thought about it all the time.
Relatable.
I became one of those people who I played them and then got good enough so I could play expert charts, and then like I'm just chasing the high of like playing all these sick nasty like difficult charts, just having a lot of fun. So 2009 this game comes out and I'm like come to middle school. I'm like prime time for this. This is because I was also like getting into like, Metallica largely through these games as well. Like because a game like this, you kind of start to like get an idea for what a band like Metallica is, and so like and also all these songs were like pretty difficult, so like I just like ate this shit up. I played this game so much. I have very fond memories of playing this at home, whatever home I was at. But yeah, Metallica was like my favorite band as like a kid. As time goes on, like I develop new tastes and stuff, but like as a band, like they still have like a big fondness for me. So this is gonna be weird because like I'm not really going to this objective because like because all these songs just kind of exist in my head. It's just like, oh yeah, no, they had that one. I hear this song. I've heard this song a lot of times. Oh yeah, I listened to Ride the Lightning as an album like so much. So like, it is what it is.
Whereas for me, my whole thing is I had never listened to a Metallica album in full, I think, until a few years ago, when I think I was doing one of the years I did MWE, the year that I did like both the normal MWE and also the one where I was doing like famously like critically reviled contentious albums. I like was like, it would be really funny if I did Master of Puppets and then immediately after did Saint Anger.
Yeah,
which is a great back-to-back. I also did Lulu in that run, which I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. Lulu, fucking great record. I don't I don't get all the bullshit.
I
I
need to
think
like
it's
actually listen to it
oh
because
it's
like I need to give it
it
the appraisal it deserves.
it's so good if you go into it like thinking about it not as a Lou Reed album, not as a Metallica album, but this like weird avant-garde art project, like this weird avant-garde like spoken word art project. And I think it like it's so interesting because you almost kind of have to detach your expectations of music completely. But I think it's really great, and it's like honestly like compositionally one of the most interesting things that Metallica has done because so much of it is almost kind of like drone metal at times, like just the way that they'll, or like doom metal is kind of closer, the way they like will slow down the tempos and like really just kind of like sit with like this one groove for like minutes on end while Lou Reed drones on endlessly. It's also trans as hell. Like it's
Yeah,
so funny that like Lou Reed like dropped the most like gender ass lyrics of his life and then immediately dipped off this mortal coil. Like that's the last thing on his brain was talking about how he's spermless like a girl.
yeah. My roommate talks off that record all the time because he's like, yeah, no, it's a cool to read record. He's screaming about wanting to be a girl the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. No, it rocks. The last track is this like 20-minute like existential crisis that Lou Reed is having about having made it to the end of his life and just ending up becoming his dad. It's like an actually like crushing like record. I love it a lot.
And then he died.
Yeah, and then he died. It's fucking wild. But we're not talking Lulu here. I
If
wanted to,
only.
yeah, if
Vaxxed.
only. The huh? Vax?
Vaxxed.
The deep discog dive concurrently on Lou Reed and Metallica converging so that we can do Lulu. um, I, I'm just saying.
I really derailed that train of thought.
So I want to give my brief piece of Metallica, and then when I start going into like talking about this game, we can roll right into the first song because we got like quite a few. It's not quite the gauntlet of like Aerosmith, but we've got quite a few, so I think we can keep it as like a rolling discussion throughout talking about the songs as we do. But like what the thing with Metallica for me is they were kind of like I was never like a thrash kid. Like I was never a metal kid in general. Like I metal was more of like a curiosity, and I was into like the really kind of just like buffering into like the mainstream stuff. So like the Metallica songs that like I knew growing up, or like all of like the big ones, it was like Enter Sandman, Master of Puppets, it was For Whom the Bell Tolls, it was Battery, like all the songs that like appeared in the rhythm games, whatnot. Like that was basically the main thing for me. But I was never really like a thrash kid. I only really got into like thrash when I got into like metal proper, like during the pandemic, and then I ended up just becoming like a Slayer person. But Metallica is interesting to me because like as I've gone back through them and like been like dipping into bits of the catalog both through this game and my own like independent things, I'm like I see the appeal. I don't know if they're for me specifically. I feel like I like my like thrash stuff a little more like just like brutal onslaught, like the kind of like Slayer stuff. But it's interesting for me because like I've started to like piece together like my unified theory of like what Metallica works best for me, and it's always like it's like one of two things. It's like when they're in their like transitional periods. So for instance, like I love Ride the Lightning. I think Ride the Lightning is an incredible record. It's like probably the best sequenced of the like early records of theirs, and like the songs are just top notch. I also really like Injustice for All for that reason. I know I'm like one of the like I know it's like it has a lot of its fans, but also like I kind of like it more than Master of Puppets. I think just because the songwriting and like structural ambition is like really interesting in a way that I find compelling, even with all the like bass bullshit that's happening there. And it's for this reason also that like I don't think it's a I'm not one of those people who's like it's a good record, but I'm also deeply fascinated by Saint Anger. Like I think that Saint Anger is like it's better than its reputation. I think it's we'll get into it when we get into the one song in particular, but I think it like that's one of the things that this particular game illuminated for me is I started realizing a lot of the songs from Metallica I gravitate to are the ones where they like really give themselves over to the fact that like if you stop taking them so seriously, they're kind of a stupid band. And I think if
Yeah.
you
They're so
embrace the stupidity, like it's kind of fun, and I think it's really freeing, and I think that that's one of the things that like Saint Anger in particular is like really good at getting to the core of, and I think that scared a lot of people. In addition to obviously like all of the like sonic mixing stuff that's happening on that record, but I think that's like one of the clearest moments where you're like, oh no, this is a deeply stupid band that is like kind of like getting stupider as time goes on, and like that's the record where they like really let it their guard down like so much more, and then they like immediately tighten it back up, and it like to my knowledge hasn't been the same since. I haven't listened to like the last 2 records that they put out, but my understanding is they're like not very consequential in any real way.
Here's my because like they're like my favorite band. As a kid, I've not listened to that latest record because like I don't need to. I don't need to. I just really don't. Like, I was the kind of Metallica fan growing up, and still kind of am in the way where, like, I will stick up for the sellout records. Like, it was like, I was like, I will stay, like, load and reload.
I'm sorry, what is this fucking album cover?
It's a broken crib and all these scattered objects throughout that are all black. And against a, like, yellow background. Yeah. Every time I see it, I'm like, that's not real. That looks like AI art. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say it looks like AI. I don't think it is. It just I'm an Israeli and this is my album art. You know,
the idea of Metallica trying to tap into like teenage anger is like really funny. Like I've not heard that record, so like I have no idea. But like
the Hard Rails of Self-Destruct album cover is so good too. Like.
Oh, it's awesome. Yeah, this one is like awesome.
All the different band members, it's sharing one face that's making all these different expressions.
I love they're one of like the most successful bands that exist in the world, and their shit comes out looking like this.
Yeah,
it's so like, funny.
They have. I'm trying to think like when is the last time they've had good album art? I guess the Lou album art is pretty cool.
I like the Death Magnetic one too, and the Saint Anger one. Like I
think Death
Saint Anger
Magnetic
is iconic
conceptually. Death Magnetic is cool. I think different font. I think with a different, different artists with the same concept, it could work out a lot better.
I'm a big Load fan. I love Loads.
Oh yeah, Load. Oh, look at that.
Those two albums are interesting to me. It's such a weird point in their career.
The cover, as I should say. I love the Load on Load. It's doing a lot of work. It's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
We're big fans of Come around here.
Big fans of Come around here.
We love Come. Don't wait for we love Come. We need to probably get into the songs.
We need to probably get into this. Let's just keep talking about it. One of the things about this game that immediately when I pressed like play, before I even press play on the like game itself, when I was loading stuff into the playlist, I saw the intro video for this. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this game like actually? Because so the first thing that happens when you boot up the game and start career mode, you don't get greeted with a set list or options or anything like that. You immediately get flung into this cutscene of Metallica slow motion walking to the stage to Ecstasy of Gold by Ennio Morricone. Classic, beautiful song, beautiful piece of scoring, but it's their intro music to all their shows. And immediately a few things become clear. One, this is a lot less of a rush job than Guitar Hero Aerosmith was, where they just scanned the people's faces. They did the little stupid like intro videos in between tiers and whatnot, and that's it. There's an actual like presentational aspect going into it, especially considering like the kind of grayer color palette throughout the game, the hand scrawled like titles, all of these like little things. However, this is a better looking version of the World Tour engine, but also, man, something about this particular graphic style just does not. It's so like uncanny in a way that's like really bracing. It's just, I like. Mostly it's in the faces of especially like Lars Ulrich like looks off the time. He looks like he's
I think that's just Lars. I think there's certain things you can blame the developers on. I don't know if you can blame it on them. It's just Lars is just a very unsettling looking person.
It is. He is an unsettling looking person, but in game he's always doing like a stink face like expression. Like he's just like always like pouty and like I'm grumpy. I'm about to like make a fuss about the fact that like there's I don't think we should have guitar solos in this game because that's the trend right now.
God, that I'm assuming that's an actual line that was said in some kind of monster. It's been a while since I watched it. But,
I
God.
just watched Some Kind of Monster last night, so it is very fresh in my brain. I wanted like, and that's the other thing that I think elucidates like my like fascination with Metallica is I'm fascinated by them when they reveal how like deeply chaotic and tumultuous and often stupid they could be, and that's like one of the prime example, like prime document, one of the most revealing music documentaries ever made by far.
So I can't believe they put that out. I can't believe
I
so
can't believe
crazy.
they said yes to that.
Like,
They let that shit out there.
Yeah, I get saying yes, but like seeing the final product and being like, yeah, let's put that out.
Let's put our therapy sessions in a movie and use it to promote our new album.
Crazy.
Our new album that's getting critically savaged, and also like the fact that like literally like 50 minutes into the movie, they are like, should we continue doing this movie? And then they're like, yeah, whatever, what the fuck, like. Like that's a thing that happens. Anyway, For Whom the Bell Tolls, I love this song. It's a great one,
song.
a great intro song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, it's like kind of a perfect like intro song for this game. When I fired this game up and I saw this song as the first one, and I was like, I saw how it would work. I was like, oh fuck, maybe I will like really be into this game. I'm not. I think this game is there are a few things that are like I think the main issues for me. For one, I think this game is kind of too padded. It's a little too long. Like I know that there's a lot of material, but like the thing is like I think with any band game, you kind of run the risk of like running into like kind of fatigue if you're not like a real head. And I was definitely like feeling it midway through the game where like, especially the mid stretch of the game where it's a lot of songs that sound somewhat similar and don't really like have much variety in their note charting or like difficulty. Like once the game gets more difficult, like things get more interesting and challenging, and there's like differences in like certain like riff patterns, like riff styles, but there's a big chunk of the midsection of the game where you're kind of playing the same kinds of riffs over and over again, and with the lengths of the songs it could get kind of grating, but like I think this is like a perfect tone setter, and like in a Just World this would be like the opening of like a really incredible like game for me. It's like really it's so moody, it's so like has the perfect kind of like intro like kind of difficulty feel to it, where there's like it immediately clues you into the fact that it's going to be a harder game than like other Guitar Hero games, the fact that there's stuff here that you wouldn't get in like fucking Slow Ride, obviously. But it's also just it kicks ass. It's great. Ride the Lightning rocks. This is like one of the best like metal songs ever written. I fucking love it.
I was saying, when is the first time you heard this song? Because I know my first time I heard this song.
Zombieland.
Seeing Zombieland theaters in 2009,
Yep.
which I think
Same.
Which I think from the years
Generational moment.
From the years between 2009 and probably 2014, I would say maybe 2015, I would have told you that Zombieland was my favorite movie of all time. I was born in 1997, mind you, so like let's let that inform I was not a real movie head yet, or even close to it. So, but
also,
still.
this one of my favorite like bits of animation is just like having them all crowd around the drum kit as Lars does his thing, where he doesn't even need the kick drum, so he's just like standing up, pounding on the snare and the cymbal. Beautiful, beautiful thing.
There's a fun video. There's a fun video that's included in the game where like you can see like you can see them like recording the mocap for like Master of Puppets. And it's like they're just like walk around with like these like basically sticks of instruments.
I do
like,
want to watch that whenever we get to that song. I definitely want to watch that. But there is something I want to make you guys watch beforehand.
Oh no,
because I think there's one song here that I want to play something, but I'm gonna hold off. Now, last week, of course, we had a bonus episode. We did, of course, as Natalie mentioned, the Guitar Hero on Tour games. An episode that almost did not come out because I fucked up, but thankfully I was able to salvage it. And of course, I admitted to having to use Adobe's AI program to help with some of the audio there to make it sound good, because only one source of audio. Chris's audio got fucked. Had to use it. Don't like AI. Generally don't like it, but if I have to use it, so be it. And Adobe, it's good. That being said, I again, and also when it comes to AI, I don't support AI. I don't like AI music. I just that is stuff that I think is the lowest of the low. That being said,
exactly what this is. I know exactly.
That being said, this is one of the
never seen this.
This is one of the funniest fucking things I've seen all year. And so I'm going to play the video This is from TikTok.
Wait, no. I think it's something else.
This is Metallica if they were good.
My name's Emily and I like playing Roblox and I like going outside. I miss full web stuck inside. These furries has me mulching my hair.
It's so fucking funny. I'm so sorry. I hate to laugh at AI music, but it's so fucking fun. Listening to AI Lars struggle to sing Emily Montez is so fucking funny.
That's James.
James, sorry. I'm hearing James struggle.
I hate to introduce a video on the spot here, but the video I thought you were going to play, I'll post this in the Discord chat here. This is what I thought was going to happen. Which I think about in my head sometimes.
I love that's the same footage.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Is this the same? Is this the Russian concert they played? That was like 100,000 plus people. So this is YouTube poop music video, how Metallica became famous.
Just watch.
I'm checking the fucking quality to see. What?
From side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario. Take one step, and then again do the Mario.
God damn it.
Mario, you got it. Mario. From side to side, come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
It's the Super Mario Brothers Super Show credits.
Is that the same boom sound effect from What the Fuck
Yeah.
Boom? I assume we need to watch the whole thing.
Fucking Mario Brothers thing.
God.
Incredible.
All right. I don't know how much more
They
of
should
that.
have charted this.
Yeah,
This has gotta be charted.
Hold on. Yeah, let's just see if it's on here or not. Metallica, why is this such a nope, it is
No.
not, unfortunately.
Anyway,
Anyways,
we've got a bunch more songs to go through.
Yeah.
Marcy, do you have any thoughts on For Whom the Bell Tolls before we move on?
It's just a good song. I will know. It's a thing I love about like the Guitar Hero games where there's a band involved is that they always have to like all the promos and like everybody you see of the game is just like the band playing their old songs like mocaps to like their like current faces and stuff. So like it's funny seeing like guys in like their 40s like mocap to play this like music they played when they were like 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Always a fun thing.
Yeah, I mean they're still kicking these songs around, so like they gotta know how to play them.
Yeah, I want to also on the thing you said earlier. The thing about like having a lot of this band in the game, maybe too much for thrown in there, is that like as a person who was getting into them like with this game, like it did do a lot for me to get into like cool deep cuts and stuff because like there's a lot of them in there. Like,
There's some weird ones in here.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I wouldn't say like Dyer's Eve, which like it's not really a deep cut, but like that's like a personal favorite of mine. We'll get to that later, but like
Yeah,
I don't know. There's so much in there, and like that plus like all the songs other songs they got in there.
which speaking of, so like Guitar Hero Aerosmith, we have a number of hand-picked selections from Metallica themselves for other songs. So basically the format of this game is this is kind of an interesting one because unlike Aerosmith, there's not really a chronology of the band's like rise up to a particular like moment in their success. It's kind of like the overarching thing is you're Metallica and you're on tour, and also you want to find an opening band to tour with you. And like the thing is, your opening band like doesn't really ever have an ascent. You kind of just get hired, and then there's just kind of it. It's like, so there's not really much of like a story or progression. It's just things just get progressively more difficult, which I admire them not trying to do the chronology and then like completely abandoning it. But it's also structurally, like I think that's one of the like missed opportunities where like the presentation is so strong at the start of the game, like the very start, and then there's like not really much there after that. But anyway, so in this first like little tier with your opening band, there are a number of songs we could have covered. Some of my favorites include Turn the Page by Bob Seger, who we talked about last week, which is one of the most insanely like finger cramp inducing songs in the game, despite like only being like the same like ascending like chart for 5 minutes, but it's so goddamn boring and it hurts my fucking hand so much. No Excuses, Leonard Skinner Must Die. Oh,
What?
I'm sorry. I was gonna say I think about Leonard Skinner, and then I remembered what happened to them. Anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I'm tired of talking about Leonard Skinner. Anyway, one of the ones I thought was most noteworthy is our good old friend Glenn Danzig. He's back again. He's back with another Mother song. It's Mother of Mercy.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like,
Yeah.
again, early in the playlist, I didn't realize, like, oh yeah, shit, it's not all gonna be Metallica. Like, I just forgot the Aerosmith rules, and so I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, if this is Metallica, this fucking sucks. Like, this is like Metallica at all. And then,
I mean, you should have included based on like one of the songs that comes up like not that long after this, which
I mean,
is
I
very
figured out after.
emphatically
I'm like,
not
oh
by
yeah,
Metallica.
because I didn't recognize this one at all. So like later, I'm like, oh okay, yeah, we're under Aerosmith rules in terms of
Anyway,
what songs are here. I didn't realize
This
that.
rips.
I didn't realize Danzig had another band.
Yeah, well, this is the band after he left Misfits.
Yeah.
And it's Samhain. It basically became his full-time thing after like Misfits like dissolved, like followed like a year or two later. But like, I kind of into this. Like, I like the idea of like, I'm not familiar with anything outside of like the couple of Danzig solo songs I've heard, and like obviously the like big chunk of like the Misfits catalog when he was there. But like, this is I kind of into this. Like, I love like hearing his voice specifically like with this kind of like very just like straightforward, almost kind of like hair metal vibe. I fuck with it. I fuck with it pretty solidly. It's like a good choice for this game too. It's like a nice kind of like basic like intro thing. I just thought it'd be funny to like spring a surprise Danzig appearance. It's been a while.
It's been a while
since we mothered. Mother has not been mothering for a while.
God, it really does suck that Gavin's not here. It really,
Yeah, I know. This is the
feel-
reason I put it down here.
This is one I feel especially bad about. But Natalie, I gotta disagree. I think, unfortunately, I just see Danzig as just like a total joke. If I listen to a Misfit song, I would probably laugh aside from maybe a couple. And honestly, I think part of it's just because we clown on Danzig so much in the Indie Hits podcast Discord, and also like clappy good songs. I mean, Haunted SUV is so
Haunted
like,
SUV is
'cause
so
I just-
beautiful.
because I laugh because Danzig is just an inherently very funny figure, you know, in the history of music.
He's a funny guy. He's got a funny voice. He's got a whole funny deal.
He's got a fucking crazy body type. He looks insane.
Yeah,
And then
he looks like shit now.
he looks
Especially.
terrible. He's Danzig. Get on. How do I combine the words Danzig and Ozempic?
Oh, Danzig.
Danzig. Danzig. Get on the Danzig. You know. But Marcy, your thoughts on this song?
I see the highs and lows of this one. It's fine. It doesn't register to me a whole lot, to be honest. It's just like an interesting cut for Danzig because like Danzig's one of those guys like Metallica just like loves shouting out. It's like we love this, we fucking love this dude. Yeah, you would think that like the song "Die Die My Darling" by the Misfits would be in this game because like a lot of the stuff they covered on the Garage Inc. album they did, which is all covers. A lot of those songs end up on here, like the original cuts, but not that one. So like, I wonder if they tried getting it on here and they just like couldn't get it. And just
I wonder if it was a thing. It might have been a thing like the Sting incident that we talked about in Guitar Hero World Tour, where Danzig was like, absolutely fucking not. You're not licensing anything from the rest of these guys. It has to be me. I have to own the rights solely.
Oh, I could see that.
Which, you know what? Fair. He wants a bag, and he wants a bag to himself. I don't blame him. I do not blame him, even if it's just like, dude,
He's
like,
mother bossing.
He,
Mother.
I am your mother. I didn't have Motörhead. But yeah, it's Danzig.
That's all I.
Can I throw on Hot SUV real quick? I want to play Hot SUV. like,
Oh yeah.
I just want to throw it on real quick.
And also Frankenstein and Dracula were in the backseat.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you,
What
Chris,
is this
and
first
Gavin,
level
and
now?
Gavin,
Wow.
because Gavin wrote the lyrics on this one.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
forgot that.
okay.
Gavin wrote.
So
lyrics
he's
and
here.
words.
He's here in spirit. He's here in spirit, which is good because this cut was specifically for him.
Yeah.
This was a Gavin ass cut if there ever was one.
Yeah.
But that's enough of not Metallica for now. Let's let this next one roll because I feel like we'll probably just be like talking through it. I have a few cuts. I'm trying to do a little bit of like every era of the band. There's a lot of Master of Puppets here because it's very represented in the game, and obviously like such a big like cornerstone album for them. One of my big like regrets is not really thinking like I could find a place for more like Ride the Lightning stuff. Is I'll say that like right up at the top because like there are some like good cuts here. There's like Fade to Black, there's Creeping Death like later on. We're not gonna like talk about those explicitly, but we could have time for it. This is Orion. This is an instrumental cut. One of the more like unique ones in the game for me, like one of the ones that I think like stood out to me playing it, because like obviously there's a number of like the longer like 8-9 minute tracks, these like long kind of like epics, but this one just being kind of like an instrumental showcase I think is really interesting for me because it follows like its own like tenets and like structural like impulses in ways that I think the rest of their music doesn't, because it has to rely purely on like the dynamics of that. It's also like I felt it was significant to include it because it is like a song that Cliff Burton did right before he died, and it's kind of like the song that the band kind of like keeps in their repertoire as like their like tribute to him. I think it's like really significant to like have that in here as like one of the, because obviously there's not a lot of like stuff that he worked on represented in here. There's like the stuff from Kill 'Em All, there's the stuff from Ride the Lightning, there's the stuff from this album, but like past that there's not as much. But I fuck with this. I like that it like this one is to me like I think most emblematic of like some of the like the particular like structure that like works well for them that I think I respond well to in like different degrees. I would say where like Metallica has a lot of these songs that like start with these very kind of like almost simple riffs that then kind of like ramp up into like more intense passages or like trickier solos, like places where they could like show off a little bit more. And this is kind of like one of those songs that I think like one of the better examples of it for me. Like I know we've talked about like one in the past, and that's one where I cut it from this episode because we've already covered it in Guitar Hero 3 where it like kind of more infamously appears. But I always kind of like that mode from them because it like I think those are the songs I think make the most out of like the capacity for like metal's like metal as a genre's capacity for excess in the sense that it's you have the space to kind of like go long and go kind of like all over the place with like what you're doing because it's almost kind of expected of like this genre that's supposed to be bigger and heavier and like wider than like just the tenets of like standard rock music. But I'm a fan of this one. This is one of those cuts that like I like in isolation. I like it in the context of the record too. I kind of honestly like it more in the context of this game where I can like sit and lock in on it a little more than I can like listening to it on the record almost. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Marcy, I'm curious about your thoughts.
Yeah, sorry, I'm looking at this gameplay here. This is a fun chart to play on the air. Yeah, it's good that you like. I think was this the only instrumental cut they had in the game?
I think so. Yeah.
Because like I remember thinking, because like it would be cool if they had Call of Cthulhu on here because I really like that one.
They don't.
Yeah, but it's nice that they have like one of their nice instrumentals. Definitely one of their better ones. It's funny, you know, like the thing on like them making like these like long songs where they can really like kind of just go into whatever ideas they have for as long as they want. And I think definitely when they were earlier on, when they were much better at that,
Yeah.
it worked out well. Whereas later on, it felt like more of a well, we used to make these kinds of songs, so like I guess we'll do another one of those.
We'll get into it with one particular song later on. I think you know the one I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, I love like the little dynamic. Like this is also like because they don't often do this kind of like particular like thing with their dynamics where like they shift so like suddenly into like it happens on like the Master Puppets title track, of course, but like I think usually I think of Metallica as a band that always kind of like ramps up. Like they'll start from like a point of like relative quiet and then kind of ramp up. But this passage in the middle is really cool. I dig it quite a bit. Like kind of like a little like getting a little jazzy with it.
getting a little sentimental a bit.
Oh yeah. You know, I don't have a ton to say. We can
neither.
like
it is just kind of a good song.
We could just roll right through if we want, but I just wanted to single it out because I was like, this is I think a cut that's like pretty significant to like talk about given its like history in the band. But obviously it being an instrumental, there's kind of like only so much we can cover. However, I have a lot to say about our next song. I have way too much to say about our next song.
Oh my god, yes.
Matty, are you ready?
I'm ready. I got nothing to say.
Okay,
on this
Matty, I need to ask, have you watched I added the new video that has the intro to the song. Have you watched this one?
I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have.
Okay, so here's the thing is you get to the very end of this tier. You select No Leaf Clover by Metallica. No, I shit you not, the game gave me a 30-second loading screen, like instead of like the 8 to 10-second one. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Is my Xbox breaking? Like, what could possibly be the reason it loaded? Matty, please hit play.
Okay. Okay.
So after you do that, what's that? What's that behind the stage? Oh, they reveal a screen. Pusha T voice, you are hiding an orchestra.
What the fuck?
It's such a funny ass animation.
Yes. It's one of the funniest fucking things. Just like they have to load all this like 24 sprites behind there.
The devs, I guess, like, we have to put this song. We have to animate an orchestra for this, I guess. Well, like, not really. You're just gonna have them like kind of sit there. We're not even really on camera. We didn't really prepare for this.
Poor Kevin, without the facial hair, he looks force-fed.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
So yeah, now we've got the old school Metallica skins on in this video. Oh god, James looks horrifying. What the hell?
Old school James looks horrifying. But I've become obsessed with this song. This is like weirdly like the song I've like taken most to like over the course of this. I thought it would be like something from like one of the first 4 albums. Like one of the things that I would get like reacquainted with and be like, oh man, this is like one of the great songs. Or it would be like I would become like a weird contrarian and be like, oh, one of the songs from like Load Reload would be the thing that I like grappled onto. But no, it's this fucking thing. I don't know what to make of this. Like genuinely, I like the first time I loaded this up, I couldn't stop laughing because it was just like, what the fuck? Why is this here? Like other than the fact that they wanted to like single out something from like the S&M year, and also like the fact that this was like the original song that they like debuted at that show. But like everything about this song fucking beguiles me. I love the way that James Hetfield goes thunder in that one bit. Thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder.
There's a lot of fun things with this song, and like James, like I love when he just at the end you say like cool ups, like he like raises his voice for fun.
Yes,
just to say that word.
Yes, but this song like. I'm so fucked up over this song that has like an orchestral intro that sounds like Danny Elfman swag jacking. It like somehow like melodically sounds simultaneously like Dream On, Gangsta's Paradise, and Proto Welcome Home by Coheed and Cambria, like all at the same time.
That's a good
and I'm
pull.
like, I can't make heads or tails of this shit. I don't know whether I like this or not, but it fascinates me. And I think mostly it's because it's like, so different from everything else. Like it has like all the like standard songwriting things of like 90s Metallica specifically like you think about like all the ballads on like the Black Album, but like the addition of the orchestration and like the dynamic shifts is so like it feels like they wanted to write their I don't want to miss a thing. I don't know what to make of this, but I'm so compelled. This is like so much more interesting than any of the songs that sound like standard Metallica to me. Marcy, do I need to watch this fucking doc with?
Oh, there's like a behind the scenes thing about like the S&M performances. It's like I feel like it's a fun if you're like a Metallica head. Like I don't know what you're getting out there if you're not, other than just a curiosity. This is people forget this. This is one of the 2 songs they debuted at S&M that was written for it. No one remembers the second one because it kind of sucks.
Ooh.
It's just like it doesn't really work well with the orchestra. I don't know why they put that one out. I don't even remember the name of it, but like, yeah, like this one is like I think you're right. It's kind of like one of like the better songs of this era, like that they were doing. Like it's such a strange point in the career when like Jason Newsted was still in the band.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I kind of like this one. I do think I like this one. I don't know. I can't explain it. I like it.
I'm obsessed with it. This is like probably like the song I've latched onto most in this game. Like this might be like if we do like a favorites list, there's a good chance this might end up in like my favorites of like the series. Genuinely, not because I think it's like a fun song to play or like the chart is good, because the chart's kind of boring. But I'm just like, man, I cannot stop like listening to this and being obsessed with how insane this sounds. Like also Baby Lars here looks force femme too. I think that they just like somehow gave the instead, because of how jagged their faces are, like they just like gave them girl faces in order to distinguish them. I don't know. They did FFS on Lars Ulrich.
Like the whole S&M project, like just as a concept, like it's one of the most like vain things that like a band can do. It's like, oh, it would be cool to have like an orchestra to play with us. It'd be crazy, and like, of course they did it because they're Metallica, and like they're like one of the biggest things in the goddamn world. So like the album as a whole, like kind of. I mean, I guess it's hard for me to be objective because like I think it kind of works, except when it's like strange. It's weird.
Are there any other cuts from it that you would recommend?
I'm trying to think. I remember like the cut of Battery they did for it, which like I remember specifically because I remember hearing it in like a GTA 4 stunts video. That's the memory I associate with it.
Hell yeah. Well, also the intro for that feels very like similar to like this one, where you have like an intro that could be like very well rendered with like an orchestra, you know?
Yeah. Sorry, the one comment there.
Oh hell yeah,
Metallica.
Yeah, man.
But no, I am so fucking obsessed with this stupid ass bullshit. Like this is I genuinely like the thing that I think about the most. I think about that fucking orchestra hiding behind there. I think about like all the like just the ways that the song like builds when it comes to be just over and over. Like I genuinely, this is like a beautiful section of the game, and also like I was holding on to this like every time I was like a little fatigued by this game. I was like, but it gave me No Leaf Clover. It gave me a beautiful experience that I'm gonna carry with me the rest of my life. And I think, but it is also, I will say, I want to say one thing to your point earlier. It is a very 90s thing to do, to be like, this metal band is playing with an orchestra. Like, I feel like we were in that period of time, that like weird transitional period. I think it had something to do with like the new millennium, where it was just like everybody was like reflecting on like the art forms of like the past several decades, and was like, we need to reinvent and deconstruct this in like a new way. And like that was kind of like one of the ways was like, now you have an orchestra. Now you are doing like these unplugged sessions, etc. Like it was kind of like, I feel like the 90s was like a really ripe decade for that, and so it almost kind of makes sense to like a cartoonish degree, but it's just it's so funny to see it represented here in the game purely as just like a call to like, hey, Metallica did this once, even though it doesn't really particularly make sense for a Guitar Hero game, other than the fact that like obviously this song is like fairly noteworthy in their catalog. I would fucking kill to see like no, I would drop like I don't have an interest particularly in seeing like especially current era Metallica live, but I would drop a lot of money if I could see them like do this shit in person where like you just have a stage and then they like wheel back the screen and whoa, there's an orchestra there and it's No Leaf Clover. Like, I would drop an obscene amount of money. I would laugh so goddamn hard if they pulled that trick.
You know what you don't know? You're not aware of? They did this again. They made a second S&M.
I know they made an S&M too. Yeah.
Well, they did a tour of it, and they, like, there's an album of it that's, like, again, one of those I just didn't check out because, like, I don't...
It was, like, 2019, right?
Yeah, it was, like... And, like, also, like, the main,
yeah, he had passed away at that
the
point.
main composer for this like had passed away, so I guess like it's like sort of a tribute, but like I don't know, it's like this was like 90s Metallica when they were like, you know, like and like still like kind of peak popularity and such. Like nowadays it's like I don't need to hear that. Like they're still like good performers, but like Lars is not as good as drumming. He's not.
No. It's all the it's the Napster demons. They put a curse on him.
Yeah. Well, let's listen to a good song.
Yeah.
Let's listen to a good song.
Let's listen to a song that I think we could all agree on.
No controversy.
One of the most beautiful songs in human existence.
I'm hearing from the Western Front. The boys are back in town here.
It's so funny that when I was looking at the playlist, the set list for each of these games, I was putting through the playlist, I was laughing at this. I'm like, ha ha ha, they got the boys are back in town in Metallica. Is that funny? Like, it's so funny that like that's here in this game. And then I was playing through this game and I was like, fuck, the boys are back in town is the best song in this game.
It might be.
It might be. Like, genuinely, I do. Oh god, the singer swag.
Picking like, I don't know. I mean, I want to say he's not the lead singer of a butt rock band nor a new metal band. He's the DJ in a new metal band, and for some reason, he's up on stage singing.
He's like if you had to dress a DJ that was somehow opening for an Avenged Sevenfold show in 2008. Like he's got the skull scarf and the like Metallica trucker cap
and like polka dot pants, like black polka dot pants. I gotta get a closer look just to confirm. Yeah, those are. Yeah, he's got the Bloom by Beach House pants on. Like it's crazy.
But I fucking love the boys are back. And like that's one of the things I realized when I was like playing this back in game. I was like, this is just a perfect blissful song. Like I know it's got like the like mimetic quality and like the ways that it's like kind of transcended itself in the culture, but like playing through it, I was like, this is kind of like a perfect pop rock song. Like there's nothing out of place. There's like no single like thing about it I would change. It's just so perfect. I feel like the lyrics are almost kind of like a Billy Joel song.
It is giving Billy Joel. It really is.
It's like, hey, here's all these things that happened at this like one neighborhood like bar spot. Like all these characters that you need to keep track of, and it's all happening here at Dino's Bar and Grill, the everything bar and grill.
God, this song is so awesome. There was one time I was driving with my girlfriend at the time, and we were driving back to our parents' house, and this song came on the radio, and we got so distracted jamming out to this song that we missed our exit by like 2 exits. Like we like fully missed the exit, and like even like we like next one we went past it. I don't just we were jamming out so hard to the song, and then by the time we're like, oh shit, we missed our exit like 3 exits back. We gotta U-turn and double back. Awesome song. I love this song so much. It's perfect. It's a perfect song.
It's the boys are back in town.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah, the boys, they're back in town. Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? You're gonna protest the boys being back in town?
No, I'm not.
I would love to do a blow by a blow, like of a fake oral history, like a Ken Burns documentary of all the different characters of the boys are back in town. Like talk about it like it's an incident, like on the level of like fucking like the storming of Normandy or some shit. I've got one other thing to say. Are you fucking going to play The Boys Are Back in Town again? Asked a voice when I reached the jukebox. I absolutely 100% am not going to play The Boys Are Back in Town again. I promise, punching the buttons to select The Boys Are Back in Town, which I have memorized.
I mean, guy, you gotta run it back twice. I mean, come on.
Matty, are you familiar with that article?
I don't think I am.
Oh, fuck! Oh my god. Okay, Matty, we gotta... Hold on. I gotta send you culture. Back 10 years ago, like earlier this year, amazing Vice article where somebody played The Boys Are Back in Town on a jukebox until getting kicked out.
Oh, here we go. From Tim Faust, which, wait, is that Tim Faust, like the healthcare guy? Hold on.
Probably, maybe.
Hold on, I'm gonna...
What?
Timothy Faust. Yeah, it is him. It is. Yeah, yeah. Tim Faust. Again, DCA organizer, Jackman writer, Chapo guest, guy who goes around the country and promotes.
He looks like David
healthcare.
Foster Wallace. Is that intentional?
Maybe, I don't know. He does look like a Guitar Hero like NPC. He does look like an unlockable character, and I say that as a high compliment. Didn't realize it was him. So let me make sure we don't get right into the next songs, because next song we gotta get our emotional hats on for the next one.
That's true.
Yeah, Thin Lizzy is another one of those bands that Metallica can never shut up about. It's like we just grew up with a lot of Thin Lizzy. We really like Thin Lizzy. Oh my god, guys, you listen to Thin Lizzy? They're so good.
I need to give Jailbreak a full listen. I did Bad Reputation after we covered that in Guitar Hero 2, and I was like a little let down, but I'm like, maybe Jailbreak's more my speed. I just need the no nonsense rock bangers.
Mm-hmm.
I love the title track. The title track of Jailbreak, GTA 4 classic.
Oh yeah. I mean, come on. But
I just gotta say two more things about The Boys Are Back in Town that I got is I love how satisfying the one little charge section before the bridge is to play in this game. Where you're just hammering the chords, the going like it's so fucking satisfying to hit. I also love the fact that they have to work around the fade out means that you just get to play that intro and settle into that groove for you settle into the outro groove for a full minute, and it's so beautiful. It feels like you're soaring through the air on a majestic eagle. It's beautiful pick. I would like to also single out a few other songs in this tier, because this is probably my favorite of the non-Metallica songs in the game tiers. There's Stacked Actors by Foo Fighters, which I cut last minute. Weird ass song. It's them basically making a proto Wolf Mother song. I kind of like it a lot. Yeah, no, it fucking rocks.
I mean, I listened to it. And I was like, oh yeah, where's that song? I'm like, yeah, that was a weird one.
Yeah,
that was a weird one.
I was like, wait, there's a Foo Fighters song in here? I don't remember that.
No, when I saw that, I was like, okay, what Foo Fighters
song
is it? No, it fucking rips. I'm like, if you just sounded like this the rest of your career, I'd probably be more interested. War Inside My Head, Suicidal Tendencies, which, great song. Suicidal Tendencies fucking rip. I really, was fascinated by that song because they're basically doing the Master of Puppets intro riff, in that song. It's really fucking funny, very clearly jacking it in a fun way. I caught Toxicity by System of... We did just talk System of a Down a couple weeks ago.
So yeah.
Well,
that song was great. 10 out of 10.
Toxicity, perfect song, perfect album.
Great song.
Yeah. But that's... Listen, there's a fact of matter about these cuts. These cuts, they're sad, but they're also true. Just like this next song, Sad But True. Okay, this is my own personal bias. Every time I played through a Black Album song in this game, I was kind of bored out of my skull, except for this one. I love the fucking guitar, or the camera shutter, the little judder it does, where it just does a shake zoom in on each person's face, when there's a big hit.
It's like the bit
so
when
stupid.
the stupid insane bass that people put in their cars, what it does to the camera, but it's in this game and it's fucking this is crazy. What the fuck?
This song is kind of so here's the thing is I mostly bristled off of a lot of the Black Album ballads that are in this game. I ended up kind of disliking The Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters when I played through them, because I was they're kind of boring in the context of this game. Maybe in the context of the album they're different, but also I'm I don't really know how I'd feel about those. Enter Sandman, if I could go the rest of my life without hearing Enter Sandman, I'm kind of okay with that. This is one of those songs where I think it's so deeply stupid, and I don't think I like it. I think it's maybe a bad song. But also it's like, I think one of the first examples of what I like to call new stupid Metallica. This sounds proto new metal. Like I'm kind of like compelled by it, even if I think it's bad. Like, I think it's like fascinating in the sense that like, you're kind of like, now that you have unlimited resources, Metallica, you can do whatever you want. You have the world at your disposal. What do you want to do? You want to make Sad But True.
It's so dumb. It's so fucking. It is fun dumb. It's not torturous to listen to, but it's just sad but true. It's just, you know.
The little tempo fucking like triplet thing like in the chorus is kind of fun. That's basically like all I got on this one. I had to include something Black Album related so that we wouldn't skip over it entirely, because it is the biggest album of their career, but it's also just like I can't.
Were there not any other Black Album cuts outside of this and the ones you named? What else was there?
Wherever I May Roam was also there.
Okay. Because I was like thinking, because like outside of the songs you named there, like the rest of the album I think is like pretty fun. Like I stuck up for that record.
I still haven't listened to that one in full, but it's mostly because all the big songs on it always discourage me from listening to it.
Yeah, no, I get that. Like I think there's like good material on this. You know, like it was their most biggest selling record for a reason. Just sounds like just big and polished and like not as thrashy, so it's like accessible to people. Yeah, I don't think they are not where they are in their careers without this record. And
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I assume has Pantera already come on the scene at this point? Like,
yeah, because Pantera's early 90s. Like,
yeah, so this for me this feels very much
1990.
Like. I mean, the Black Album in general. I mean, I've never listened to it, so if I'm wrong, I'm duh. I haven't listened to it. Black Album, some like from the stuff I've heard from it. I know.
Sorry, James, just going shh.
Like, sorry, James. It does feel like a very reactionary record, like very much reacting to the past Metallica stuff, to the incoming stuff that's going on in rock music. Like this very much feels reactionary. Yeah, right at the
birth of grunge too.
I mean, it's 91, so like,
yeah,
grunge is not. It's not hit the mainstream yet, but it's coming. You know, like.
It sounds like a record that comes out when like Guns N' Roses is also really big.
Oh yeah, you got definitely for sure.
Yeah,
you got like all the hair metal, Sunset Strip stuff. Like, definitely.
Well,
that's in the air.
It's kind of also like, to what you're saying, it's kind of like a reaction to, I think, like some of the backlash with like A Justice for All, where it's like, it's also like, I think you don't get like the Metallica bigness like Marcy was saying unless you have this album, because it's like, that's an album where like there's a specific kind of like quality to the audio, and specifically like the way that the bass is lowered on that album, not as like present or like legible. And then this one is one where it's just like very much like all about like having pure studio fidelity to a degree of like swinging back so far the other way that it almost kind of sounds alien in a completely different way to me. Like every time I've heard one of these songs, I'm like, it's like the elements are there, but the sound is just strange to me. Marcy, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah. I'd say like in the chronology of like their discography, like this is a thing they make like after Injustice for All, where like all the songs are really long, and like it's like kind of like their most divisive record at that time. And they're like, we're getting like really crazy with this stuff. We should try to like make a more simple record, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're gonna do, and that's what they got out of this.
Sorry, I got excited because Matty pulled up exactly the thing I was about to call.
We gotta discuss.
Marcy, what are your thoughts on Metallica Blacklist, the compilation album that came out a few years ago? Because I was looking through this the other night, and I was like, what the fuck is any of this?
Such an extensive thing that exists here.
I was trying to figure out what the funniest thing of, like, obviously there's the Weezer Enter Sandman. St. Vincent's Sad But True is really fucking funny.
I was gonna say, which version of Sad But True do we want to listen to right now? I feel like for the pod, it's gotta be St. Vincent.
Yeah, it's got to be St. Vincent. Let's hit it.
Why is there a St. Vincent? Whatever.
Well, here's like, there's again here is all
I
who's
know.
on the blacklist. By the way, each song has like multiple covers. They didn't just pick one artist. Like,
Yeah.
they're like they basically asked a bunch of artists and said, "What do you want to cover?"
No. Oh no, because this is Mass Seduction era, or no, this is Daddy's Home era.
Yeah, this is 2021. So.
Oh my god, it sounds like Pave Your Way in Pain.
Oh, I hate it.
I don't know
terrible,
why they
terrible.
hit up these
Get it?
artists specifically. I don't get it. There's so many. Like, why is Biffy Clyro here?
I'm gonna.
You know, why is Jason Isbell doing a cover of Snapchat?
Hold on, I'm pulling up the article because I gotta find my some of the funnier ones that we haven't mentioned yet.
I mean, we can go through the track list. I mean, again, so
keep going.
We have the Jason Isbell version of "Sad But True" playing because I feel like that's probably going to be better to our ears and your ears.
Absolutely.
We obviously mentioned a couple. Fucking Mac DeMarco Winter Sandman is such stupid. Alessia Cara. And The Warning. Who the fuck is The Warning? Fake band. What the hell? This song's... I was gonna say there was a little seg part there. I was like, "Is this Primus?" This is. Let's see. So, White Reaper, Biffy Clyro, The Chats, Off, Pup, Corey Taylor, Cage the Elephant,
the Giant Sig Unforgiven. Giant Sig Unforgiven. It was one of those ones where I was like, "Them." I didn't think about them in ages.
Moses Sumney.
Flatbush Zombies. J Balvin. What?
J Balvin.
The Neptunes one was the one where it was like, what?
That's like one of the last times they like did a song together too.
Okay. The Sebastian remix here is like a mashup of two songs that they remixed. I don't know why they decided
Don't
to do
tread
this.
on Else Matters. That reads like one of those like shitty AI slop t-shirts. Let's see. We got Phoebe Bridgers, Nothing Else Matters.
The Miley Cyrus supergroup
Watt,
one.
Elton John, Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Trujillo, and Chad Smith. Dave Gahan, Dermot Kennedy, My Morning Jacket, Darius Rucker, Chris Stapleton.
The Idols cover, has got to be dog shit.
Idols, Cherry Glazer, Kamasi Washington.
Yeah.
Hang on, that one probably actually rocks.
Yeah.
It's kind of good.
He's kind of incapable of missing is the thing.
Yeah, this is a crazy fucking track list. I feel like one day, I think one day, maybe a live stream or something, just like, well, we would get copyright stricken. Maybe if we did it on like Patreon or something, because I think they have live stream capabilities, but just like listening to the Metallica blacklist from front to back and just seeing how long we can endure, Or
my favorite, maybe just put it on shuffle.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good choice. Just,
so you don't know what's coming up.
Yeah, because it's although part of the torture would be to have to hear like Sad But True like 7 times in a row or 8 times in a row. It'll be correct. No, it's 7 times.
It's like that live stream of the guy who just sits in front of his camera and just smiling, but just like listening to the same versions of Metallica songs over and over again.
God,
There's so many covers of Nothing Else Matters.
So many Nothing Else
Matters. Yeah, because
Matters.
it's like one of the songs that probably everybody picked because they're like, Nothing Else Matters. It's one of the big ones.
It is. I mean, it is funny that like they couldn't decide. Like like we got to be selective about who we just like. Hey, we're just gonna ask like, hey, artists. Just they literally sent out like a whole like BCC email to like all their fucking music industry contacts and just say cover any song from the Black Album, whatever one you want to do. They're like, oh fuck, we actually have to like, we have like 10 Nothing Else Matters.
Shout out to Goodnight Texas with having the one cover of Wolf and Man.
That's so funny. That's the only one that only has one.
The very last one.
Oh, the Struggle Within.
Struggle Within, which is also a good song. That's a.
It is very funny that like that's the only two where like only one person wanted to cover it. God, this is terrible. I want to listen to this someday.
We got speaking of ill-advised things. Remember when Metallica did Load and then followed it up with Reload? And this is one of the songs from there. I did have King Nothing earlier on, but I was like, the funnier one between the two of these is this one.
You gotta go with this one.
Yeah, ready? Give me fire, give me that what you desire.
Oh.
I love the part in my favorite thing about playing this game and then watching Some Kind of Monster is watching the part where on the first day they're playing a riff and James Hetfield immediately like muscle memories his way into this fucking like refrain. Like it just doesn't leave his brain. Like 4 years later, he's still thinking, "Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that much I desire." Like that's the thing at the forefront of his brain. I think that to me it like embodies like the fact that this man has like kind of 2 brain cells left in his brain after like the Black Album broke him. I love that this is kind of like, okay, so I listened to Lonesome Crowded West on the way back from like a road trip the other day. This is kind of like their shit luck. Like it's kind of just like, here's a like little refrain and then let's like play the lick. And it's just, that's it. Like that's kind of like the thing. I don't know. This is stupid.
This
is such a like this is a proto butt rock song if I've ever heard one.
It's a fun one. It like you're right that you kind of have to get into these guys thinking that like they're kind of dumb guys. Like for as popular as they are, and for as popular as these songs are, like James Hetfield is not like the most inspiring lyricist. You know, like he's always kind of talking. He's always like just kind of a guy. And this is definitely like one of those where he's like, yeah, I'm like driving a car really fast, and I'll make a song about that.
Yeah. My favorite is in Some Kind of Monster when like the dawning realization that I had where it was like you realize that the one moment of them all bonding where they're like fucking around with a radio promo is the like thing that makes Sweet Ember what it is I'm like, oh, of course. Like it's the stupid like thing that has no actual bearing in the real world is like them being resentful about doing radio promo. This is just a fun one. It's a dumb fun one. I kind of like, it's one of those songs that I don't like, but I kind of like, I feel a way about it that I do like some of the dumber butt rock songs that we like covered on that series, where it's just like, it's kind of so stupid you almost kind of have to like admire just how much it goes for it in some regards. It's just it's meant to be like a like, this is like one of the best like proto UFC bangers I've ever heard. Like it's just like made for that shit. Like
what?
Yeah, everyone's
Wait,
jumping out.
I need to get the stems for that. The like, ooh, yeah.
One of the things I'll say about this era Metallica, like, cause like I'll stick up for it in a way, cause like it might not be their best stuff. Like I think everyone can agree on that. But like when I think about like this, like those 2 records and like how like it's not the best music for sure, but like they still can pump out a Fuel every now and then, because like I think about this and I think about like with the rest of their like contemporaries, like the other like big 4 thrash metal bands like in like their 90s era, when there's kind of like making weird passes at the mainstream because you have to, and like I don't know, like no one really talks about like 90s Megadeth, you know? No one's really talking about that.
Why?
Much. Like,
I think the only people that talk about 90s Megadeth are probably like Gavin. I think Gavin and Barely March are maybe the only 2 people that talk about that shit these days, at least in my circle.
Well, I mean, Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction are good records.
yeah, like, well, no, like they're still making their poppy cuts and like their weirder stuff, while James is like, I'm kind of like a cowboy. I want to make some country music. I think. Like they're just kind of off doing their own thing, and they pump out this and make a song called Fuel.
I will say I know Megadeth, we shit on them. The thing is that Peace Cells is a good record, and like Dave Mustaine, absolute asshole, but like, goddamn, Peace Cells fucking rips. I remember there was a day where I listened to it like in full for the first time because I was like, I wonder how this is, like knowing how much I love like the couple songs I know off of it. And then was like, oh god damn it, this is a great record.
It's the best record. Everyone says Rust in Peace is like their thing.
No.
And Peace Cells like easily.
Peace Cells clears, absolutely. Because you got that, you got Wake Up Dead is so good. Fucking My Last Words. Good shit.
Wow, I'm back in like teenager mode here.
This is like teenager metal for sure. But like that's one of the beautiful things. Is it's to me like when I listen to it as like a 30-year-old for the first time, I was like, oh yeah, this is like reawakening teenager mode me. Matty, what are you going for?
I realize we're not talking about The Memory Remains, so I'm going to play this real quick since we're talking about Reload and Load.
Okay.
Kirk is gay, Robert's gay, Lars is gay, but the gayest is Jay.
Have you seen this,
Yes.
Natalie?
No, I've never seen this.
What is this?
This is Rucka Rucka Ali, Lars' gay Metallica parody.
Guess who's really fucking gay? Robert, Lars, and Kirk, and James. Like sucking cocks while their buttholes being pounded. Like dicks in every hole. They'll swallow
Relatable.
asses whole. Kirk does Lars, who is already gay with James and Robert.
I mean, Kirk and Lars have been like photographed making out.
Lars is gay.
That is a real thing. They've been documented as kissing.
I always see those pictures and I'm like, how does this exist? How did
How did Metallica of all bands get there?
which like I don't know how they feel about gay people, like at all. No
I don't know how they
idea.
feel about anything, especially knowing like how much like James loves decking himself out in Iron Cross gear like all the time.
I just don't think he thinks about that stuff. He's just
I will
like
say
driving
this,
a
Natalie.
cool car.
I will say I will use the he don't got internet excuse probably for that. Unfortunately, I think that's one of the rare cases where you could probably use the excuse. It's just like he thinks it looks cool, but he's too stupid to realize, hey man,
I mean,
the connotations.
knowing his taste in cars from some kind of monster, that does kind of track.
He's working off of a very like war is bad sort of premise, you know, but also like support our troops, or
Yeah,
support our veterans.
yeah.
Have
Do you
this
want to move on to our?
conversation on this fucking song.
Lars is a hobbit.
Hold on, let me
Yeah,
go back.
perfect.
I paused
perfect
at the
place
worst
to pause.
time.
I. Amazing.
Did they even change this part?
This is
No,
this,
no, it's just the same.
this part of the song in the original song is almost kind of like it accidentally invented My Chemical Romance.
Oh yeah, I hear it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on. We've got a long one next. We're gonna do we're covering one of the last ones in this like little tiers. Welcome Home Sanitarium. I kind of had to if we were talking about like Master of Puppets tracks, like just kind of like one of those ones that I think really like embodies like what I was talking about with kind of like the progression of like the clean into like the heavier stuff. Like I think this is kind of like one of the prime cuts, especially like I don't know, this to me is like one of the cornerstones of that record. It's been a while since I listened to this one in full because I don't think I've listened to it since that like MWE period, which was like probably like 3.5 years ago at this point. I do love that this is basically just the one riff, like they've recycled the one riff from this song, like the da 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 da, like and they just love doing this riff.
It's a good one. I remember learning on guitar once, and I was like, "Yo, oh my god, I'm Metallica now! Oh my god!"
Yeah,
No, this is easily a highlight of the record. You know, people talk up like Master of Puppets the song all the time, but like this is like easily better. Like this is, they're good songwriters. They can write a really good song, and this is like definitely like a shining example of that.
yeah. I mostly just add this one because I like thought it was like crucial to like keep in there. I think it like is one of those songs that I think is like a good like I would say like it's a good contrast to some of the other like heavier like more like frantic
Months later.
songs on Master of Puppets, because we're gonna cover the title track, and obviously Battery is also in this game, but I'm not covering it because of the like rock band overlap, which is where I associate that song more with. But good ass song. I like this one. Good centerpiece of the album. I don't know. I don't really have a ton to say about this one. This one was just more of just like I had to put this in here for the heads, you know.
Yeah, it's just really good. I don't have much to say about it. I just really like it.
Welcome home. Good song.
I gotta listen. I gotta do a Metallica dive at some point. Get the classics. I don't know if I need to listen to like Saint Anger or Garage Incorporated. But the first
Saint Anger's good. Saint Anger is pretty solid.
No, Nat,
We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Look, Natalie, I will give you Lulu. Like, I'll give you Lulu, right? Like, I can take the contrarian take on that album. I can understand it. I can go, you know what? I vibe with that. Saint Anger, I'm like, no, come on.
I will amend my take. Saint Anger is not good. It is better than it's given credit for, and it's also, like, I think, a fascinating record. My main take with Saint Anger is the songs are just too long. That's the main thing. Like, the sound of the record is what it is, but the songs are just too long and they don't go anywhere.
I'll give my takes later.
Yeah, we gotta say the Saint Anger takes for when we get to one of the Saint Anger cuts. But I did. But the first 4 or 5 records, I definitely need to like. I mean, everything from is Kill 'Em All the first album?
Kill 'Em All's the first, yeah.
Kill 'Em All to like Black Album, I probably should check out at some point because of the thrash. I mean, I'm not a big metal guy, but thrash is where I go. Okay, that's the stuff I fuck with the most is the thrash stuff because I mean, Suicidal Tendencies debut record, like one of my favorite albums of all time. Like that's such a fucking awesome album, and I'm a little sad we didn't talk about them on here, but I don't really like a lot of the stuff. I don't like a lot of the stuff after the debut from Suicidal Tendencies. I don't know, just something about it. Just like I much prefer the more skatey, like skate punk thrash stuff versus like more like MTV era shit, for lack of a better
probably term. The best ramp up call of James's career there, like when this riff starts too.
James is he's so like he's simultaneously like so like dumb and kind of lame, but then there's shit like this where like goddamn he's like the coolest motherfucker ever. Like fuck.
That's the thing. It's like, oh god,
for like a decade he had it.
Yeah. And then had to confront alcoholism, and then got a little too woke in therapy, and got a little too woke in therapy, like 10 years before woke. Everyone else did, really. Which honestly,
Metallica woke.
I'll give James this. James was early to woke. He was very early to woke. I gotta give him a shout out there.
He came in touch with his inner self. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Some of us come out as a girl at the end, you know?
Yeah.
Also, I don't
James,
think
it's never too late. There's still time.
There's I guess.
I need to make a Photoshop edit of like the
I saw the Hetfield glow.
Time text, but it's like in the Metallica font, like, or in the font, like his handwritten font of the scrawled titles. Like there's got to be a font out there that's a Metallica font to use for that. I need to make this.
God.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay, I want to discuss, because we have not brought this up yet, and I'm like only now noticing this shit about Lars. So Lars has very specific drum. He's got specific drumsticks, right? Yeah. The black drumsticks with the white tip.
With the white tip, yeah, he uses those because that's all throughout Some Kind of Monster too.
I just gotta point that out because they look really stupid. It looks like he's playing.
I mean, those sticks do exist. Like they're out.
I know they exist. I just think they look stupid. It looks like he's playing
like
the
he's
drums.
waving a magician's wand.
Exactly. Like that. Yes, I was gonna say like it's like he's playing with like the fucking like arms of a tuxedo cat or something. But magic wand is much more accurate. It really just doesn't really help the allegations that Lars is a bad drummer, that he's got to have his special little drumsticks. Woke is over, so I'm going to say it. I'll say it. His gay little drumsticks. Like,
whoa. I mean, we all know Lars is gay.
Lars is gay.
But
the gayest is James.
I love that the ending animation. I love that when you finish a song, the fucking sing.
It's the Saint Anger. Like,
it's
they
so
fucking
good.
resent this album so much, and yet you can't escape Saint Anger in this game. Like, it's beautiful. I think it's poetic.
Is the Saint Anger is the title track in this game?
No, just Frantic.
Interesting.
Frantic is the only one.
It's the only one.
Frantic makes sense. I will say Saint Anger title track. I do like that song.
I'm really in anger with you.
I think it's an underrated song. It's kind of I like.
It's kind of. it's like not good, but it's good.
Yeah,
you know?
no, that's the thing, is that the best Saint Anger songs are kind of like that, where it's just like, this isn't a good song, but it's just like, it's fun to listen to, and it's really stupid. Because I feel that way about, like, again, Sweet Amber 2, I feel that way about Shoot Me Again. Like, all those songs are ones where I'm like, these are so stupid. Like, I would never objectively consider this a good song, but I'm like, this is kind of a fun song. This is kind of like, if you turn off the part of your brain that stops, like, caring about music, it's kind of a fun song.
Yeah. I can't help it. I've liked it since I was a kid.
Before we move on, I do want to say, I think something clicked for me, like re-listening to Welcome Home here, where I think the reason I like this is, I kind of had a little bit of like at the time, like, I wonder if revisiting it now will be a little bit better, but like, Master of Puppets didn't land for me as like completely as it does for some people. I think because of like some of the, like, for me, some of the like sameness and longer tracks, but I think this one always kind of stood out to me because it is like, it has that like different feel to it, and it like really kind of like plays with dynamics in an interesting way. And also, like, to me, like, after listening to Injustice for All after that, I was like, coming back to this now, I'm like, oh, this kind of makes sense, because this is basically like, in a lot of ways, like a test run for what they're doing on a lot of that album, like, in terms of just like kind of how that one plays with dynamics, and specifically like the clean guitar parts. And so I like this song a lot. This is a good cut. It's a good cut.
It's good.
Do you want to move on to a completely different song?
Yes, let's. This is one of the shortest songs ever in the game, like,
Yes!
in Guitar Hero.
Okay, so I was playing this morning, and after all the long songs, when it finished, I was like, oh, it's over. Okay. But here, one of the other bands selected, it's Stone Cold Crazy by Queen. Fucking love this song. This song kicks fucking ass. Like, early,
yeah, this song rules.
early like hard rocker Queen, where they're just like going crazy. Like, the bashing of the crash cymbal on this song is fucking crazy. Freddie's going absolutely hog wild. Like, everything about this song is so fucking fun, and like, it makes up for the fact that the guitar chart isn't like super exciting. Like, when I was playing through it again this morning, I was like, oh yeah, there's not a ton happening in the guitar chart, but I kind of don't care, because it's like just a fun song. Like, the energy is so crazy. I love the little animation that they do here, where like they have you all crowding around the microphone to do the harmony. Like, it's so good. It's so good. It's one of the best cuts in the game.
Yeah, this is a fun one. I obviously, there has been, I think, I wouldn't say overall in the mainstream, but I do think within certain, like, it's a feeling amongst, like, I guess our music writer set, our sort of, you know, online music people, of like, damn, does like Queen like actually kind of suck? Which I think is, I think the truth is in between. They're a band that I think overrated, and obviously I think Bohemian Rhapsody is something that in the short term was great for them, but in the long term, oh my god, that did a lot of damage. Like, I think that really fucked up their reputation for a little bit there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said, this song fucking rocks. It's a good one. It's a good track.
This is also just like one of their better albums too, because this is one of the ones where like it starts with Brighton Rock. It's like them doing like the like kind of harder rock sound for a good chunk of it too. Like, it kind of like blends the two modes in a way that I think works a lot better than like some of the stuff that would come after this. Because like right after this is Night at the Opera, where it starts to kind of like get into that zone of like, here's like the pop Queen that we all know.
Yeah.
I gotta say, do you, we obviously know that Metallica covered the song because of the Garage Inc. inclusion. They added 2 instances of fuck, which is really like funny and stupid to me.
Oh, in their version of the song?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking, of course. Metallica, god, they're so dumb. They're so dumb.
Again, they're so dumb. Do people also know there's a 9 Inch Nails remix from 1991?
What? Hold on. All right, let me find this.
Yeah, I need to hear what this sounds like. I was looking at the Wikipedia page just now. No, of Stone Cold Crazy specifically.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Okay, Nine Inch Nails, Stone Cold Crazy. Okay, assume it's
might not be on streaming. Yeah,
probably on YouTube. Let me look this up real quick and let me kill time. Yeah, that song, the Stone Cold Crazy, is it's a good track.
Stone Cold Crazy. They made a song about my wife. Hey,
Nine Inch Nails remixes by Starfucks. No, that's not.
No,
is it Get Down? Make
I don't
Love?
think it's actually.
It might just be a Trent Reznor. Yeah.
Take one.
God, the Sheer Heart Attack album cover is I don't know what to make of it.
It's so homoerotic.
It really, yeah.
Yes. Oh, this rocks.
Okay.
You should be bringing this on his tour right now. Like, I would go so hard.
Put down the bleeps and bloops, Trent. Pick up the guitar again, brother.
This also makes total sense because when you hear the dynamics of this verse, it sounds just like Wish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that rocks. All right.
That rocks. That's super cool. Anyway, we got to do more of not Metallica. This is one that was mostly a like throw to some of the heads here, including somebody who was supposed to be on this episode. But I love Judas Priest. Like, that's one of the things. Is it's like one of the things that I have like discovered in recent years, going back to like classics of like certain kinds of metal, is like, I kind of do fuck with like the new wave of British metal like quite a lot. Like, it's probably like of the like 70s, 80s like waves of metal, probably the one that's like almost always the most successful like hit rate for me. And I love like this era of like Judas Priest, where it's just like you just have like Rob Halford just like going fucking wild with like the falsettos and the growls and just being the most bisexual man in all of metal. It's just it's beautiful, especially the fact that like, I know we talked, I think it was when we talked about like the Las Vegas, how like that guy was basically trying to be the straight Rob Halford. And it's just, I think it is especially poetic after we covered like Electric Eye on the 80s episode, to be like, here's a song where he's just open about the fact that he's just really into like leather and BDSM. Like, that's just the song. That's
Yeah, like I remember being a teen and like the way like whenever like they cover like people talked about Judas Priest, Rob Halford, he's like, yeah, these songs kick ass. And he's gay, isn't that crazy? He likes men.
This
man,
singer
he makes
is
those
one of
tunes, huh?
This singer is one of the most accomplished metal musicians of all time, but also he's gay.
Also, he sucks.
And that's awesome,
He sucks
right?
fat cock.
Yeah.
Who
It's
can
just so
relate?
awesome that he's gay, you know?
I felt homophobic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, listeners. I felt homophobic. I said that shit. I felt really
Matty, I'll give you
homophobic.
the pass.
Thank you. I was gonna say he sucks cock, but for some reason I was like, yes, you got, the evil part of me was like, you gotta say he sucks fat cock, and it's like, why? You just gotta say it, man. Woke is over. You
Makes
can say
it
whatever
gayer.
the hell
The
you
fatter
want.
it is, the gayer it is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Yeah, Judas Priest, Hell Bent for Leather. Also, yeah, a song called Hell Bent for Leather. That's a.
It's kind of based. They threw this one of all the Judas Priest songs. Like, I know it's because of obviously the like Metallica associations with it, but like, I just think this song fucking rips. I need to do more of a dive, like, because the last time I did Screaming for Vengeance, I was like, oh fuck, right, I forgot I fucking love this record front to back. This is a like almost perfect record. I need to finally do a Painkiller like listen, like everybody on RYM always tells me to, where they're like, no, Painkiller's the best one, and I'm like, I know the title track fucking rips, but I'm like, I'm kind of in my brain, I'm like, I have the part of my brain that's dubious about like hearing a 90s metal record from like a band most famous for like 70s and 80s stuff, but like the thing is, it's like,
It is 1990, so like it's still 80s basically.
it's on the cusp. It's on the cusp. But yeah, like I feel the way about Judas Priest that I feel like every time I've gone back and revisited Iron Maiden, where I'm like, something about the way that like they combine like the riffs with these like very kind of like tighter song structures, even when they do venture longer, like they always feel like there's a tightness to them in a way that like some of the like more like arena metal bands of the same era kind of like lose a little bit sometimes. But also just I love a good falsetto like howl like in metal. Like I think a well executed falsetto howl is like to me one of the most satisfying things. Like give me all I don't care about the growls, the deeper stuff, but like that shit, that's where it's at for me.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gay.
And he's gay.
And he's gay. Speaking of stuff that's gay, derogatory.
Okay,
No,
here we go.
I can't front.
Turn
I
this
think
up.
this is a fun fucking song.
All right, who's singing along tonight?
I'm sorry, that's the one where he's gonna say that shit. Who's singing along tonight to the fucking Saint Anger
I
song?
don't remember this game having that little thing like that.
So it happens on kind of a random song depending on what you. I think it's whatever one you choose first from this set. Because I think for me, which one was it? It was I think it was when I did All Nightmare Long, it like did that instead. I was like, that's a fucking funny thing for All Nightmare Long of all songs. But I can't front. This is a fun fucking song.
Rips, dude. This song's so fun.
Like, the thing is, it's like, the song is kind of like emblematic of Saint Anger, like, as a whole, because it kind of is just like the perfect song for it. Like, I don't know, it's got the riff is like kind of actually fun to play in this game. Like, it makes a lot of sense that it happens here. This bit where it sounds like a fucking Queens of the Stone Age song.
Yeah,
the little like,
except for the drums, of course.
Well, no, like specifically when everything drops out, but that one like guitar.
Oh yeah. But then the drums come in, you're like, oh, that dream's over. That dream is done.
This record is so strange. Like, there's so it's so interesting that like this late in the career, like it's like early 2000s, and they intentionally made a record that like kind of sounds like shit. Like, sounds like total dog shit because they want it to sound like dog shit. Like, why does it sound like that?
The thing is, I kind of do buy into the thing of like every person in like metal right now is like, there was a period of time over the last 5 years where it was like everybody in metal, and specifically like DIY metal or like indie metal, determines my death style, my lifestyle determines my death style. I have a bit about my lifestyle determines my death style. I'll get up to you in a second. But the thing is, it's the thing that gets me is it's like a lot of people pointed out that in like contemporary DIY independent metal spheres, the Saint Anger snare specifically, the thing that is like the very contentious thing, isn't even really controversial anymore, because like so many people have adopted it as kind of like part of their lexicon, having grown up with it for so long. And I'm like, that is very true, but also there's something so funny about the way it's mixed and how loud it is. I love the little like
God.
I love the little bit where he like is kind of like whining, like he's like going higher in his voice.
Listeners, I don't know if you can really hear because we have the volume pretty low, of course, because we're talking and all that stuff. But like the way this song is mixed in the game, maybe it's also just how it's mixed on the album. James's vocals are so high up in the mix here.
They're so loud on the album.
They're so loud. It's so fucking funny because like there's nothing to cover up like the flaws in his vocal performance. Like it's out front and center.
He wanted to sound flawed. That's what I'm saying. Like, they wanted this to sound like shit.
That is true.
Such a, like I don't think it's like a good record, but like when you think about like the kind of stuff they made after this, it's like it's kind of like the last time they really like went for something. Like they really swung for it.
It's one of the last times that I feel like an album of theirs was an event. Like, I feel like Death Magnetic was kind of like that at first when it was like first announced, but then it was like once you had the brick walling and that kind of got out of the way, it kind of like faded because the songs were just like not really particularly like there in a way. Whereas like this one, it's like, this is like one of the last times where I feel like it was like really truly like an event that like actually kind of like had a lasting impact on like the cultural lexicon and was like such a big part of music discourse.
I wonder why Metallica albums are not events anymore after this one. I wonder why. That's crazy. I know you're the Saint Anger defender, but it's like, come on, like, of course.
It makes a lot of sense.
Duh.
I think by the time you get to like Death Magnetic, it's like they're in a mode where they're kind of like making music for the fans, and so like they kind of just end up making like the same sort of music. Like, it's not as inspired. They're kind of just making songs that sound like Metallica songs, and some of that's good, but
Yeah. Speaking of, since we're pulling up a post, I have two posts. One, which I'm going to say here because I feel like this one has never been properly respected on my Blue Sky feed. Getting yelled at for doing some stupid shit. You're not really respecting how my lifestyle determines my death style right now. I'll find the other one and send it to you, Matty, because it's a video post. But the other thing I wanted to say is one of my favorite moments in Some Kind of Monster is when they're sitting around and all collectively writing the lyrics for Frantic, and Lars is asking Kirk, like, what's that Buddhist concept you're describing? Like, what is it again? And Kirk's like, it's samsara. And then like 30 seconds later, Lars is like, what are you writing there? And Kirk's like, my lifestyle determines my death style. And it's like, you got that from Samsara?
God. Fuck, I can't find this fucking... So, friend of the
Sending
pod...
up's kind of cool.
I'm gonna try to find it. Friend of the pod, Holiday Kirk. I'm gonna try to find it at some point. We'll obviously play what Natalie's talking about first. Holiday Kirk did a live stream where he had to listen to Saint Anger, but like after, I think if he got like a certain like if someone subscribed or something like that, he would have to restart the album.
Yes.
So I'm gonna try to find this video.
That video is so beautiful. If you can find it, please. In the meantime, I have something I'm gonna send in our Discord chat as soon as Discord loads for me. But I fuck with Frantic. Frantic is one of the better examples of like song from this album. I think it's very airtight. It's kind of like, you might want to pause the street or the playlist.
Oh, yeah,
Matty. Yeah. But I think it's like, it is one of the songs that like actually kind of doesn't overstay its welcome. Like it kind of like goes about as long as it needs to and stops. Like that's the main problem I have with Saint Anger is not necessarily that it's like a bad record or like poorly written, because it is, but it's also like stupid in a way that I think was always under the surface of like Metallica. But like the songs are just like, there's no defending how long some of those songs are, the fact that they don't go anywhere, and sometimes they'll just like fully repeat entire like sections of a song, like a verse and a pre-chorus and a chorus and a post-chorus and like a post-chorus riff, and they'll just it'll hammer it in a way that's not really fun. I think the thing that I'm like alluded to them fighting over about like whether or not certain songs should have solos or not, I think really becomes egregious once you get to a certain point in the album and you're like, fuck man, I need something that makes this song more interesting. And you're just like basically sitting there waiting for a solo that just never comes.
Let's play this video. Well, actually, before we play the video, I actually want to add and say, I think the best take that I've heard about Saint Anger comes from the Time in the Shadows Train Records video.
Take a shot.
Where essentially it's like, yes, it is the album that Metallica had to make to stay together. Like, yes, it sucks. Yes, it's this. If they did not make that album, Metallica would have broken up. It would have been done. They would have been over. So like it is a necessary evil of an album that like to keep this band together, to keep the friendships and the creativity. Like it was necessary to keep the entity going. And I think in the long term that was probably for the best, even if, you know, the records they put out since then have obviously have come nowhere close to stacking up since their best ones. Although you could say that literally about like you could go back to the 90s to say that. So, you know, yeah. But
yeah, I think that's the case, like watching the Some Kind of Monster doc, which by the way, like we mentioned it like briefly, but like the Lars is a bad drummer take. I think every time you see Lars struggling to come up with a drum part on that doc, it's like the worst fucking drum part you've ever. It's like not in sync whatsoever. He's like completely phoning it in. It's absolutely just horrendous. Anyway, so back in 2022, I made this post that's just, I keep inserting the Saint Anger snare and other music as starting to become a problem. Matty, would you like to play it?
Yes. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it. Oh, okay, maybe I do. Maybe I do. How many of these did you do?
I just did it in that one. I think there was another one that I got requested to do that I never actually made. I think it was the beginning of Misery Business was the other request I got.
Okay. I can picture it in my head, and I hate it. But here is the Holiday Kirk video. So the live stream was I listened to Metallica's 2003 studio album Saint Anger live on Twitch, but every time someone subscribes, I have to start the album over.
Beautiful.
And so let's
8.5 minutes.
Someone subscribed. You're gonna know that someone subscribed, obviously, because you know you're gonna
Frantic starts.
hear Frantic again, but also Holiday Kirk increasingly have a mental breakdown. It's like a fucking it's like a fucking Soulsborne game. he turns Saint Anger into a Soulsborne game. It's awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I do want to say before we move on from the song here, Some Kind of Monster, I believe, is a must-watch for anyone who wants to see a band just have like the dumbest fights ever. Like, there's so many like fun little moments in that thing. Like, just what a time and period for that band. They're such strange people.
The thing is, I advocate for it for anybody like who's interested in like watching a particularly like watching a band so too big to fail self-destruct. Like I think that it's like if you're interested in like watching musical turmoil and inner conflict of any kind, I think you'll find it riveting. Like as somebody who came out of playing this game not really becoming a Metallica fan and honestly being a little discouraged from them, but like the thing is like watching like Some Kind of Monster is one of those things where I was like, fuck, I kind of get this band now. Like I get this band so much, like, and everything that goes into like why their songs have sounded the way they have for years, why they sound the way they do like after this point, like everything about the band like makes a lot more sense. It is kind of the Rosetta Stone for understanding Metallica.
God, let's watch a clip from Some Kind of Monster. Let's listen. Let's watch. James gets heated with Lars about his drumming. There's Lars' shitty little kid in the backseat.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about with his drumming. Kirk.
Kirk's in the zone.
Kirk.
He's in his Q zone.
Kirk.
Kirk.
Yes.
Kirk. James is trying to talk to you.
Sorry, man. Yeah, it's a bit stock. Check it out, guys.
A bit stock. That's the.
Yeah, he's off the beat.
I don't know how you feel. I'm in a shit mood, and
I don't even know what
I'm not digging it right now. Even last night, I gotta tell you, everybody kind of looked, I hate to tell you, looked pretty burnt.
Very green.
I mean, if we don't start earlier and end earlier, I'm not gonna be in a good mood for the rest of this shit, you know?
God, they're so miserable. They're so fucking miserable.
I forget, like, I'll explain it later.
Lars is like feeling himself too, which is crazy.
Why don't you try getting a more solid beat?
Regular?
Oh, well, you can call it regular. No, I'm trying not to call it regular, because I know it bugs you when I call it regular. So a little more solid then.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like...
Okay, now he's like intentionally trying to piss off James.
This actually makes Lulu make a lot more sense, because he's doing shit like this on Lulu all the time.
Last week's therapy. Yeah. Do we have to do that? Can we sack Phil?
I mean, we gotta find a balance to not, the Phil stuff's important, and I hope we all feel that that's an investment in the music.
Is he don't like the Phil stuff as in like drum fills?
No, like Phil the therapist.
Oh, okay. Really, knowing Lars, it really could have been either way. Oh my god! Like that's the thing with is like this is what this snare just sounds like raw, pretty much, like unmixed, unmastered. Yeah. Like they made that snare sound as good as it could sound on the album, which is crazy.
Imagine if they released this. This just, you know what this sounds like? This kind of sounds like if you made like the Butthole Surfers Shame of Life unironically.
I think that's how you hear it, dude. I mean, that's fine.
He's such like a little petulant child.
Yeah.
He's posed like, oh my god, he's the fucking worst. Which we'll get more into Lars is the worst probably later on in this episode. which
Yeah.
go watch
should
Some
move
Kind of
on.
Monster.
Yeah, Some Kind of Monster is a great movie, a great watch. We got to get through all of this next song. We might skip it midway through. I don't have a ton to say about this. I wanted to throw one Death Magnetic song on here. This is, I think, the only one in the main set list. There are 3 that are included as like extras once you beat the main game, but like this is All Nightmare Long. We talked about Cyanide last, like in Guitar Hero 3. And Cyanide is to me like the one cut from the album that I feel like really kind of embodies like what it could be at its best, where it sounds kind of like, it's like poppier metal Metallica. Like poppy is a bad word, but it sounds very like radio metal in a way that I think like even with the like Rick Rubin brick walling like still works for like that song. This song to me is like what Marcy was saying about like when we were talking about Orion and they were like, oh, we used to make long songs, so let's do one of those here. And it's just like playing it back today, I was just like, this is just kind of like if they were like, we have all these riffs and we want to use them, but we don't know how to make a song, so let's just do all of them. It's like it feels very much like the part of like the Some Kind of Monster songwriting process where they're all like, we need to equally contribute to songwriting, because like that's kind of what it feels like here, where they're like, we don't want it to hurt anybody's feelings, we want to make sure everybody's solo is well represented, so like everyone's riff is well represented, so let's just do a song where it's just all of them, and we'll call it All Nightmare Long because of how long it is and how punishing it is for us. Like why? What do you get out of this? What are you doing? I'm kind of like, this might be my least favorite song this episode. I think I might actually like kind of resent this song.
It's not funny.
It's
like
funny you say that.
Yeah, it's not funny like the way the Say Anger songs are funny for being so long, because this is just like, I don't know. Marcy, I didn't mean to steamroll you. So your thoughts?
No, you're good. You're good. And it's funny you say that about this song, because this is probably like maybe like my favorite song on the record. Like I honestly think it's like kind of underrated in terms of it. The comments you make about it, I would say they would go towards other songs of the album, like Suicide and Redemption and like fucking like the Unforgiven 3, because I mean another one of those. Like yeah, you don't think about those because like who cares? Like this one, like they has some thoughts put into there, I would say. But like definitely a long one.
It was just one of those songs where like when I was playing it back and it would drop back into the main riff like again after like 6 minutes of it, I'd be like, oh my god, it's back again. It's not over. It's just still happening. I will also say this song is also infamous for being the song that you can kind of like cheat the system in for like especially some Guitar Hero 3 achievements in like the DLC. You can like use this song in order to like grind some like scoring and streak achievements specifically. I remember like digging into like the minutia of this at some point between seasons, and every single one of those like really difficult like achievements, it's just like the solution is playing All Nightmare Long by Metallica until you get good enough at it that you can like get these. I don't care for this. It's just kind of, it is really funny. I'm looking it up. James Hetfield said that the chorus is a leftover from Saint Anger, and it's more of like H.P. Lovecraft stuff. So it's basically like him admitting, yeah, this song is just basically a bunch of leftovers.
God. It's like, damn, this was not good enough to make Saint Anger. That's crazy, guys. I got nothing. We got a bunch of songs.
Halfway through the song, yeah, I'm gonna skip it. I don't care. I can't do more of this song. All right, we had a little bit of a technical difficulty there. Listening to All Nightmare Long ended up being too much for us. It broke our system.
Yeah.
It decided that we've had too much of this long nightmare, and our long nightmare of the recording was over. But that's okay. It won't keep us down, because we're gonna keep on thrashing. We're gonna keep on getting wild. Here's a song that I like always loved. Like, this was one of the Metallica songs that was on my iPod as a teenager, even though it was like a song that I had to seek out and find for myself. It's a Whiplash off of Kill 'Em All. I love that there's a little like camera judder thing there when the first big hit happens there. This song is, when we were talking earlier about how Metallica is like a deeply stupid band, it was adding the song to the playlist was the thing that unlocked it for me, where I was like, oh yeah, I've loved this song for so long, but also this song is so deeply stupid, and it like knows it, and it's so unapologetic about it, because it's basically a song that's like no deeper than like, here's a fast riff and we're gonna like have these lyrics about like thrashing around, like banging your head, and we're gonna use the word fuck a couple times so you know we're edgy. But it rules. It's like it because of that unfiltered energy and the chops are so there. It's like it like always kind of hits for me. I love the little like pauses in the solos where it like pauses and then like James will like yell whiplash and it'll like just drop back into another solo. I fucking love this one. This is one of my favorite songs in the game.
This song rules. I mean, like, Kill 'Em All is a very fun record. This song specifically, I like listening to, there's the performance they did of this in, like, there's a Seattle 1989 show, like, on, like, the Injustice for All tour, where, like, it sounds really good. Like, kind of like the best era performing, where they just, like, are so fucking, like, on the mark with their shit, and, like, they sound so good. And they play this like faster than they did on the record. It's just I love going back to it.
Song.
I do love all the lightning effects in this game. Just sometimes I fucking think of lightning.
We gotta ride it.
Yeah, gotta ride the lightning.
Come on, ride the lightning. Yeah, ride it. Sorry, that was a bad joke.
It's good. It's good. It's good stuff.
I will always love a good like chug riff like that. That's just like, I don't know. This is a beautiful song. I gotta let at least one of the solos hit before we fully move on. But like, I need to give like Kill 'Em All another like more attentive listen because like between this and Seek and Destroy, I was like, maybe I sold this album a little because I liked it just fine, but I wasn't like huge into it until it was like time to play those songs in the game, and I was like, oh yeah, no, these songs fucking rip. This is really fucking incredible.
They were like 18, like 20 years old when like they made this record.
Yeah.
Fucking like kids.
Yeah, so they're fucking kids. That's crazy, man. They're goddamn kids, and they, God, we don't make them like we used to. We somehow make them dumber. We somehow make them dumber. God, 1,200 notes. Honestly, what do you know off the top of your head, Natalie, the most amount of notes in a Guitar Hero song?
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm gonna see. Forgive the clacky keyboard. Let me see here.
Cut out clackety keyboard sounds in post. I mean,
Through the Fire and Flames has 3,722.
Okay. I should realize it was probably what has the most notes? Maybe the most notoriously hard song in Guitar Hero history.
Oh, actually, hold on.
I feel like it must have gotten
somebody set a 7,500 note streak in Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock for which fucking song is this? It's not showing me.
Hold on, I mean, look at this.
Oh, it's for a custom song.
Well, that doesn't count. That
doesn't count.
That doesn't fucking count. That's cheating.
Get it out of here.
Whiplash.
Ow!
Oh, they say "oh well" at the end. That's
yeah, they say "oh well" at the end. James Hetfield furry confirmed.
God. Yeah, this one of the comments, Barracuda for men.
I don't know if anyone else noticed, but Kirk had the water-filled epoxy guitar he wanted to fill with his piss. Marcy, can you confirm, is this a thing in Metallica lore?
Yes, no, that's
what?
There's
piss.
On one of the tour, he got a guitar. He got that guitar, and he was like, "Oh, this is cool." I wanted to put my piss in there, but someone told me, you probably shouldn't do that.
From the Metallica subreddit, I want someone to look at me the way that Kirk looks at this guitar.
There's a clip where he talks about this specific guitar. Hold on.
Wait, please pull this up. We need this.
The quote, I wanted to fill it with piss, but we couldn't keep the piss fresh, so it would have been stale piss moving around. What? What fucking...
I know. I got the clip here. It's in
Yeah, the AI. Let's see what the AI comes up with.
You got when your cat can't pee.
Your cat can't pee was the top result. From the Google AI, in general, urine is not a sterile fluid and becomes smelly due to natural breakdown of urea into ammonia by bacteria once exposed to the air. In some contexts, aged or fermented urine is called lant. Here are some options you could use instead of stale urine, depending on the intended purpose. Thanks, Google AI. That's great. That's great.
Wait, scroll on. I'm
Well-
sorry, we can't. What is the 21-second P rule? People also ask.
Well, okay, that one, no,
I
that
would
one,
stop-
that one I do know. It is the fact that like when you go pee, the average time is almost always going to be 21 seconds. Like that's how long it's going to last. That's
I
the
got the
21
clip
second
here.
rule.
But it's a rule?
Kinda, yeah, I guess so.
Oh boy.
All right, let's hear the
Oh,
quote from
God.
Kirk.
What is that? What is
This is the latest and greatest. This is the new toy. This is the wave caster.
Cool guitar.
Is that? I was gonna say, is that where Bill Hader bases his fucking character in fucking Popstar on?
With the empty, loose sight body.
I was gonna fill it up with my own urine.
Oh, and then cut to Lars
Sort of like, you know,
spitting water out
piece.
like he's pissing out of his mouth.
But then I couldn't figure out how to like preserve the urine because it gets stale.
And then we sat on the bus, and Zach and I decided what to put in it, and this was the idea we came up with.
My guitar tech Justin suggested of maybe putting this blue stuff in with oil, like those wave machines that you
This
see.
does look like a pop star
Zach
clip.
With the idea. He liked it.
It's the cutest concept I've ever seen.
That's used right at the very end of the show.
I use this on the most evilest of all evil songs, Am I Evil?
Because it has no tremolo,
Might wait.
and it only has a single pickup. We're kind
The evilest of all evil songs, Am I Evil?
Like the juxtaposition. Playing a really dumb guitar during a real happy song. And it sounds good. It sounds good.
He's got a fucking cigar.
Yeah, he's got a cigar.
God, this is the dumbest band in the fucking
Holy
world.
shit, yeah.
They're so
Everything I
dumb.
see of this band, I'm more convinced they're the stupidest band that's ever existed. And I kind of, the stupider they are, the more I like them.
Exactly.
They should just embrace being stupid. I'm so sorry, but I have to point out, while we're making pop star comparisons, I felt insane about this, but the bit in Some Kind of Monster where they're going to watch Echo Braid, I was like, oh, this is where they got the bit in Pop Star where Andy Samberg Connor for real disguises himself to go watch whatever his fucking name is, like the DJ set, like like in the bar.
God,
It's basically the same vibe.
yeah, fucking hell. All
Oh
right,
my
we gotta
God.
keep moving. We got a
Let's
bunch of
keep
songs
moving.
left. Let's keep moving.
This one I threw in there just because it felt right to like just pay homage to a recently departed like icon in the metal scene. It's Mastodon's Blood and Thunder. I've been thinking for a while about like doing kind of like dive into like the like early Mastodon years, like everything up until like probably like 2009-ish. But like this is like one of those songs where like I think I ran it back in the game and I was like, oh, I didn't realize they sounded like this early on. Like, because this sounds like one of the other bands that appears in this game is The Sword, who are kind of like, for me, kind of like a band that I've kind of grown to be like a little resentful of, mostly because Freya in Guitar Hero 2 is one of the most evil charts in like the history of the series to me, like finger punishingly like intense. But this song to me is almost kind of like charted like if like the Sword song were actually a little more forgiving and fun to play. The Sword do show up here. I skip them because again, I'm not about that shit. But I do like that the little like ascending chord riff is like really kind of fun once you nail down. And I kind of like I'm really into like the sound of this. But yeah, that's all I got. I'm coming at this as like a relative newcomer.
Yeah. R.I.P. I'm forgetting the name. I'm so sorry to fucking
It's Brett Hines.
Brett
Hines.
Hines. R.I.P. Brett Hines. That the saga is very sad. Like
Yeah.
all the shit that went down with
like,
Mastodon
very
this
sudden.
year. All the shit that went down this year with Mastodon seemed like they ended like very, very bad blood, and then like he dies in a freak accident essentially. Like I to call it a freak accident would mean it's unusual. I mean, he died. It was motorcycle crash. Like fuck. Don't.
Was he even the one driving? I think he got hit by a motorcycle. Like it was.
He got hit by a
No,
car.
he was on a motorcycle.
He was on a
and
motorcycle.
he
It was
hit
like some
by-
kind of. It was like an intersection. He got hit or something like that. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a driver who like ran a red light. Like
Exactly. Like,
it was
not,
like some.
not his fault whatsoever.
Man,
It's fucked. This song is good. I do like it quite a
good
bit.
band. This song is so good.
Makes a lot of sense for this game.
Oh yeah, especially like I again, part of what I like really like gravitated to is I was like, I didn't realize their vocal style could be like this. I feel like I mostly have heard like Blood Mountain and Crack the Sky stuff where it's like a little more like on the like clean vocal side. But like especially like knowing that like Colony of Birchman is in Rock Band 2. It's like I love that song. That's like a great Rock Band 2
Oh,
pick.
it's such a fun chart to play. I love
It's
that
such a
chart.
fun chart. But I like this is one where I like it really like this one kind of like landed with me where it was like, oh, this is really cool. And I'm also like finding out this is from like the album Leviathan that I know like a lot of people I know who are like deep in the metal scene and like are metal musicians themselves like really love. Is one of those things where I'm like, yeah, I need to just give this album a shot. This is the kick I need to like, if there's one like recent metal band that I think this game is going to push me into, it's not any of the other like 2000s bands. There's one that we're gonna get into that I think is stupid. But I think this is one where I'm like, I feel a lot more charitable to this, and specifically this is like the kind of like progressive metal like that I think like doesn't sacrifice like what it's doing like lyrically, thematically, like compositionally for like just pure heft, which is always like my favorite kind of progressive metal.
Yeah.
But 6th song.
There we go. Blood and Thunder.
I'm a fan.
All right, big one. We got a big one.
We got a big one. So I skipped this when we were doing Guitar Hero 1. It was in there because I was like, oh, it's in there, but it's not like the version that I think is the more interesting and infamous. And I mostly associated this one with Rock Band 2 because it's in Rock Band 2 the same year that this game came out, because they just re-recorded a bunch of songs around the same time Motörhead did. Likely because they just didn't have the masters, as we talked about like on like the World Tour episode where what's that song called? Overkill came up. But I had to include in this one because Lemmy appears as a character, as a like avatar in game, which I didn't even realize until I was like playing through the game. That was like a pleasant surprise. I'm like, oh hey, I love that they also don't have him really doing much of anything. He's just kind of standing there and just going like this the entire time. Like he's Lemmy. Like what do you want? What do you want from him? But this re-recording does have my absolute favorite ad-lib from one of these re-records that I will point out when we hit the bridge. But it's Ace of Spades. It's great. It's like one of the best like metal songs of its era. Like, come on, what do you gotta say? This chart is so fucked.
It's not often you get like a re-recorded track like of a song like that early too. Like just like, you know, like later on in the career, and like it's not like Lemmy sounds like even better. Like he's got that gruff to him, you know.
It's for fools, but that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. Here we go. That's right, baby. But apparently I am.
What? I thought we were not. He forgot the Joker. We were supposed to forget the Joker. He forgot the Joker.
Wait,
what the fuck?
Everyone. He forgot the Joker.
He forgot the Joker.
Fuck.
Although I will say,
yeah,
so of course
I've always fucking loved that ad lib, because I would play Rock Band 2 with guitar and vocal at the same time, and I remember like because I knew Ace of Spades deeply well from like playing back in my Guitar Hero, like OG Guitar Hero days.
Yeah.
And so when I hit that line, I remember doing a double take and being like, "The fuck? Why did he change that?"
I don't want to live from the song.
Not the first time that this song has been made unrecognizable in a video game.
We should pull it up. Why not?
Oh yes. Yes.
But I do love that. It's the line is I don't want to live forever, but apparently I am, which does not actually scan grammatically correct. Anyway, you kind of hit. Thank you.
Yeah.
One of the best things ever made. But no, it's a great song. I think the chart on this game is really fucked up, especially compared to the like. There are chart comparisons. I think this might be one of the most charted songs in rhythm game history, because it appears in so many fucking games. But like the chart in this one is like especially like evil and overcharted in a way that's kind of stupid. That's my one cross to bear, like my one axe to grind here. Anyway, we're gonna listen to the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 Nintendo 64 version of Ace of Spades, which is a perfect song.
Okay, sounds normal. Oh.
Well, no, you can hear the heart splices, yeah. And don't forget the Joker.
So here you didn't forget this time.
And don't forget the Joker.
It's...
I need to unearth my like N64 copies of this game because I just have PS1 copies that I've like replaced them with. But like I think my N64 versions are still at my parents' house, and I'm just like, I kind of just want to hear like this version, the police truck version that's in the game too, where it's just totally mangled and instrumental.
Stop coming. Look at this point. If you forget the Joker, that's entirely on you.
And gamble is for fools, and that's the way I like it, baby. I don't want to live forever. Wait, what? Is he gonna forget it? Is he gonna forget it?
Don't forget the Joker.
He didn't forget the Joker.
He didn't forget the Joker. He didn't forget the
thanks,
Joker, baby.
Thanks for playing America's favorite game show. Will Lemmy forget the Joker? We'll see you next week. We've got who's our guest next week? Oh, it's Lemmy again. How could I forget?
We can't forget. Forget
Lemmy's
Lemmy.
Lemmy's kind of a Joker himself, if you think about it.
Well, our new theme. Forgot about Lemmy. That's our new theme song for this game show. Forgot about Lemmy. So I was gonna say. So of course I heard the song Ace of Spades for the first time, of course, from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, as we just heard. Of course, I had the Xbox version, although I misheard the lyrics to this song because let me pull up the lyrics really quick, just to get the the actual lyrics and then what I thought they were. So let's see, Ace of Spades, Motörhead on Genius.com. I wonder what the annotations are like. So of course the opening lines are, "If you like to gamble, I'll tell you I'm your man. You win some, lose some. It's all the same to me." Let's see. Pleasure is to play. Makes no difference what you say. Don't she agree? The only card I need is the Ace of Spades. So the line is, "If you like to gamble, I'll tell you I'm your man." Because of course, the first time I heard the song was Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. I thought the opening line was, "If you like to gamble like Tony Hawk or Madden." That's what I heard the lyric as for the longest time.
The most famous gamblers in human history.
And it was literally not up until not super recently, but too recently where I thought that was the line, until I think we talked about the song on some episode or got brought up in chat. And I realized, oh, that's the line? I thought it was Tony Hawk or Madden because it's in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And, Madden and Tony Hawk, those are sports games. So I'm the biggest fucking idiot.
If you like Ace of Spades, you might also like the Heart Part 6 by Drake, apparently, according to Genius.com.
Oh, yeah, of course. Heart Part 6. And I had some help. And Euphoria, So thanks.
All very
Genius.
similar songs. Why did Metallica choose them for this game? Metallica, you thought you were too big for Kendrick Lamar. I can't even. I don't even want
to bone on that one. Really,
I don't even want to get into this next song. This next song is a piece of shit, an absolute stinker. One of the worst songs. No, this is Seek and Destroy. I realized I kind of had to add this back in. I initially cut this because I had Whiplash in there, and I was like, that's my Kill 'Em All thing. But the thing is, it's this is one of their signature songs, and it's the opening montage of Some Kind of Monster, where it's just going through all the different eras of them playing the song made me be like, this kind of does represent a lot of the best impulses of early Metallica in a way that I think this is kind of one of the most just representative songs, in the sense that it's you have got just a riff that is really easy to just circle around, but it gives you such prime opportunities to solo and play with the dynamics and the tempo. It's so fucking cool. I'm so into this. This song fucking rips ass, man.
Yeah. Is this from Ride the Lightning? I guess. Oh, Kill 'Em All. Okay, this is still the first album. Okay, shit. Wait, is that the first? Yeah. I get my shit. I'm not a Metallica fan. All right, I'm not a Metallica fan. Not because I don't I just haven't done the deep dive aside from singles and just the general cultural osmosis of hearing Metallica for the last 20 odd years, because you are a boy in America. You have heard at least 10 Metallica songs if you grew up as a boy in America.
Yep.
In the past, 40 years or so.
This is a good record. I feel like it's like it's like the one Metallica record where like it's the one where you can tell that like they definitely grew up listening to a lot of like hardcore punk in their days, because like the record, like, cause like Ride the Lightning after this, they're like much more of like a metal band after.
I'm trying to remember if this is. Okay, we have not talked about a single one of the Dave Mustaine penned songs on this record. I don't think any of them are in this game.
No, they fucking hate that fucking guy. Which I honestly respect. It is a very funny feud that like they just both hate the fuck out of each other.
Which is why it's so funny that they bring him in for some kind of monster, because it's like, man, you really know you're at a low point because you're like letting him come crawling back to you.
Yeah. God. Well, what an awesome movie. We've already discussed, but what an awesome movie.
This is kind of a stealth, some kind of monster commentary track when you think about it. But no, I fucking love this. I love like the turn it takes in the back half too. Like I could like, if the song was just them writing this riff, it would be really sick. Like it reminds me a lot of like, speaking of like one of the only other of the like big four thrash bands we've talked about. It reminds me a lot of like some of the like 80s Anthrax songs that we've talked about in this. Like it kind of feels very like Madhouse feels very like indebted to this song in a lot of ways. I think that's why I like it. Like it's just kind of like if you have like a good riff that you could just like hang on to, like you kind of have the entire song. And that's the other thing is like lyrically, I think like none of the songs early on in Metallica's career are that complex, but like they're so like strong-headed about like what the song is and how to follow through with it. Like you have a song called Seek and Destroy. It's like you're kind of like seeking for the moment where you take this like tactical strike in the back half. It works almost too perfectly. It's like, yeah, let's just hammer on this like this one particular thing that the song is about the entire way through. God, this song fucking rules.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's the other thing is the guitar tones on their solos and their early stuff, especially on Kill 'Em All, are just so fucking good. They just hit.
Yeah.
That's that Mustaine magic, that Mustang,
Man, they used to they used to write cool shit. Like Kirk Hammett can't write like an interesting solo to save his life anymore. It's so sad.
I was gonna say, I think anymore is an important distinction because I mean he was good at one point, like
yeah, and then he became became known as like the wah pedal guy because he likes using the wah pedal all the time.
Yeah. We're like, wah, stop using the wah pedal, Kirk.
Wah.
Wah.
I'm a baby, wah. I'm Kirk Hammett, wah.
God, the character model for Lars in this fucking game is so fucking
I know.
stupid.
Like I said, he looks like he's pouting the entire time. Like he looks like he just smelled a terrible fart from halfway across the room.
He's got that dumbass like Hollister American Eagle fucking t-shirt on. He's got that like.
Also, when Rob does like the fucking spin thing.
I was reading about that on the Wikipedia page.
Rob was again that is a man that was made to be in a video game. Like that man has the proportions of a video game character. Like it's
There's a video of him mocapping that bit right there.
Oh yeah, we need to. Oh yeah, I forgot should have watched some of the mocap videos. I will pull.
Yeah, well we're gonna do it for the next song, so we should pull it up when we get there.
Yes, I will get them ready to go in that case. Of course, Metallica not the last time they didn't appear in a video game. Of course, they had a very prominent like Fortnite event that was actually kind of cool. I was there for it. It's actually pretty sweet, I gotta say.
And it was actually pretty sweet.
It's actually pretty sweet.
My weekend is a 28-year-old in Fortnite
It's just Fortnite. It's just Fortnite. My weekend is a 28-year-old in Tilted Towers. God, I mean, I was gonna say, has that been made yet? I don't think it has, and now I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta make that now if I have the time. But I haven't played Fortnite.
It's just waiting to happen.
True, but also it's like, man, I wish I had thought of that idea when I played Fortnite because I don't really play Fortnite anymore. Because you hit a limit. You hit a limit. I'm 28 years old. I started playing that game in 2017.
Speak for yourself.
I know, but like the thing is, it really comes down to like, are the friends playing it still, and a lot of the friend group stopped playing it as much.
I haven't got my group playing in a long time. We're trying to link.
We're hopping
back up.
on we're hopping on Rivals. We got Helldivers 2 in the rotation now. You know,
we got to get in there to seek and destroy. That's what they wrote this song about. They wrote this song about getting #1 victory royale.
Facts.
I'm 29. I'm the kind of adult to kind of stop playing games, except for Clone Heroes sometimes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, Guitar Hero is like the only game I play these days. But anyway, we're through with Seek and Destroy. We got one of the big ones. I just had to throw this in here because, like, if we're talking about like big Metallica songs that we haven't done, like, yet, let's just do this video instead of the chart. Honestly, like, I would just love to. Well, actually, this is just like a little snippet.
So we're watching the mocap video of Master of Puppets. You got everyone in the black suits and the balls.
And balls?
And balls?
Lars is gay?
Lars is gay. But
Lars
the
is
gayest is a James. Remember that.
Lars is a hobbit.
Lars is a hobbit.
I do love the mocapping screaming into the camera too is a great touch. Like it's like the chaotic good version of the Aerosmith thing that we all hated.
Oh God. I mean, James can, again, it's a HR, you know, the thing is that James seems like a good guy. When James does it, it's cool because, you know, he's not doing it in a sexual way. He's doing it in like an aggressive, like in your face. Whereas Steven Tyler is like, I want my dick in your face. I want my dick in your mouth right now. And it's like, oh, I don't like that, Steven Tyler.
I don't want to ever think about James Hetfield having sex, so I'm not going to.
All right. I do like that in the footage we're seeing of this. No Lars in the footage we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. It's like,
but it's all the camera staying on James.
Yeah. I'm assuming with this one, you know, it's just like, because it seems like they got different cameramen running around filming them, so they're getting all the shots they need. They got this one's the James cam. Master of Puppets, man.
Cool shit. Yeah, let's get into like, because we got like a lot of song to do. I mean, the thing is like with this song, it kind of just is like, it's kind of undeniable. Like, I don't know, if you don't fuck with the song at all, like, I'm kind of just like, even if you're like the biggest contrarian and grump, I'm like, really, fucking really, like, I don't know. Like, the thing is, it is like that iconic for a good reason. Like from minute one, it's just like every single note of the riff just feels like gargantuan. Like, it feels like it's just meant to be exactly where it is. Like, I don't know, it feels like one of those things that, like, it feels weird being born after the song, because this is just like one of those songs that feels like a forever constant. Like, you think about something like, even though they're bigger songs, like Enter Sandman, it's like, yeah, you could conceptualize that as like having been like made at a point in time. Like, there was a point before and after Enter Sandman, because of course that makes sense in the chronology of like Metallica's career. But like, this is one of those ones where it's just like, it feels like the song has like existed for far longer than Metallica as a like entity. Like, that's kind of just how like singular it is, just as a thing. I don't know, it fucking rips. Yeah. What's there to say?
It's Master of Puppets.
It's Master of Puppets. I do think there are better songs on the record. Like, I like Sanitarium more. I like Battery more. But, you know, I get it. It's a good song. It's a really well written song.
Yeah, I think, because like when I did my listen, I was like, yeah, this is a really good song, and this is like definitely top 3 on the record. But I think like Welcome Home I like better. I go to bat for Damage Incorporated.
That one's also really good.
Like, Damage Incorporated might be my favorite song on that album. Also
another song that's on this playlist we'll get to.
Ooh, yeah, good pull. But yeah, this song, it's, again, like, when we talk about the dynamics, like, I think like the way that the song goes into like the slower like section of like cleans like toward the end, it's like, it just feels like the perfect place for the song. Like, you kind of ride this particular like zone that the song goes in for so long that you kind of like have to do something else to switch it up, like in order for it to like really kind of take it to the next level. and then you kind of just like you build it back up from there, and you kind of like take it to a place where it like brings it to like a strong finish. It's just, again, like just a perfectly like written song. Like, I know we don't need to, like, if we want to like move forward, we can. Like, we don't need to sit through all like 9 minutes of Master of Puppets, a song that I know we've all listened to like countless times before we even sat down for this episode. But like, I just gotta like sit there and be like, the thing is, as much as this game has like hammered in a particular like apathy or like confusion about this band at times, like, this is just one of those songs where there's like none of that there. I'm like, I listen to the song and I'm like, yeah, I see why people like devote their lives and their interest in music to this shit. It's where it's at.
Masterful. What do you gotta say? What do you gotta say? What else you gotta say? It's master of fucking puppets.
It's interesting. This is like a lot of people's like introduction to Metallica, like this specific song, because it got featured in, like, this is in like Stranger Things, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, it is.
I'm
this
so
one.
out of touch with culture.
And now there's like a bunch of like 16-year-olds that are big Metallica fans. It's weird.
I do forget sometimes that like I watched Stranger Things season 4. I remember liking it. But so much of it has been lost to my memory. You know, I'm too pit-pilled to give a shit about Stranger Things. All right, I need real television back on.
I have not watched any of The Pit, even though.
Oh yeah, so you're from Discord, right?
Yeah, it's based on my hometown. Yeah.
I think again.
I hear it's good.
It's great. I think it deservedly won the Emmy. You know, it rightfully won the Emmy. I haven't seen Severance, so I can't fully judge the battle between those two. But like, I was like, yeah, well deserved. It's a great show. Go watch The Pit. And also, here's the great thing about The Pit. Guess what? Season 2 is in January. Severance season 3. Who fucking knows when that's going to come out?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I was gonna say this little solo here is nice.
Oh yeah.
Slow down.
I was gonna say I didn't realize.
The James solo.
Yeah. There are two things about the song I didn't realize. One, we talked about Zombieland earlier. I didn't realize that in a shallow attempt to try to reclaim the magic, this is in the opening credits of Zombieland Double Tap, a movie that I and no one else saw.
Oh God! I forgot I fucking saw that in theaters. I have no memory of this song being in that movie.
By I and no one else saw, I mean I did not see, and I assume nobody else had seen. Sorry, Matty. My condolences. I was also gonna say I didn't realize this particular or one of the riffs that happens in a bit, this ascending riff that's about to come is taken from David Bowie's Andy Warhol.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
This is the riff that I assume, because there's only one riff in that song.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yes.
It comes back and it's slower and it's nastier.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's good.
It's a great melodic flip. Oh wait, no, it's actually the bit that's coming up.
Oh God! Remember when they used to be? Remember when Metallica was good? Oh
yeah.
It's Kurt solo.
Yeah, the thing is, every new bit that comes, you're like, yeah, this is the best thing that's ever happened.
God, these white boys are fucking cooking, man. It's crazy.
Okay, I think we may have passed it. It's the bit that goes like. No,
that's later. That's after the solo.
Oh, okay.
This part chart wise is crazy. God damn. After the bizarre fucking charts of World Tour, the fact that I've not complained once about the charts so far is hey, we're doing something right. We're finally getting this shit right.
Yeah, this riff.
Although you've actually played the game, so you can tell me do my eyes deceive me?
For a lot of this game, I was like, this game is actually easier than its reputation, because I was like, because it's on the World Tour engine, a lot of the soloing came to me very easy. There were solos I was FCing in the first 4 to 5 tiers, and I was like, that's so weird. I shouldn't be FCing solos in a Metallica game. They're very forgiving. If you've played any solos in any Guitar Hero games. And then there comes to be a certain point where you kind of hit a wall with some songs. It mostly was All Nightmare Long. It was one of the songs that's coming up. Were the two that were giving me the most shit. But that's mostly because their solos are kind of charting what, like, in terms of the notes, kind of like a lot of like tricky running back in on themselves, or like tricky strum patterns, like, which is also why like I appreciate when the game switched it up strumming wise, because it actually gave me a challenge, because like just the standard just like 8th or 16th notes would be like kind of predictable. I was kind of like, okay, yeah, if the game throws a hard solo at me, like that's fine, but like otherwise it's just like the steadiest thing all the way through. But actually like messing with the riff all the way through is a lot harder for me. I fucking love this to me is like the opposite of all the like complaints I had about All Nightmare Long. I want to say is that like every new like progression makes sense because it's stemming from the same kind of like place, like compositionally. Like every kind of flip is using the same kind of root thing but flipping it in a completely different way. Like whereas like so much of All Nightmare Long for me just feels like kind of unmotivated, like stuff just kind of happens.
Yeah.
But like everything with this,
so
like
happened.
they're a little like mirror riffs of other riffs, and like riffs inside of riffs, inversions, like all that kind of shit. A 4-note chord at the end there. I think one of the only times this happened in the game.
These charts are fun.
Yeah.
I gotta play through some of these charts again. I have like a friend in town who like we're bizarrely like the same skill level of Guitar Hero. So like I could play with her once and you're like, whoa, oh my god, this is awesome. I always get to do this. If you're listening there, hello, hi. Hello there, Chandler, how are you doing? Yeah. It's a good song. It's a good song.
Yeah. Again, I think like the thing about the song is that it shouldn't work in some ways. Like each time it goes back to the master, the puppets are pulling the string, like that should not work. The fact that he keeps going back to it so often, but like it fucking works because you still go, oh, he's just kind of repeating this, and then it does something a little different. You're like, oh, okay, damn, fucking sick. It's Master of Puppets. What else do you want us to say about Master of Puppets? God damn. But we did watch a little bit of the mocap. I do want to see more of I guess more behind the scenes proper, aside from just sort of going 1-to-1. So let's watch Making of Guitar Hero Metallica. First,
I got drum clip here. Oh, this one's funny.
Oh boy.
All right, anytime you are ready, sir.
In 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, this is a band full of like people who are aggressively less cool than they think they are.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I will say it's probably tough, like, because you're having to play with the mocap suit on, and like
You and your bright ideas.
the drums don't feel right because they got them covered up in like some like tape or felt or something.
Yeah, they're using the same padding that they used to make that I used to make the drum peripherals on Rock Band not sound so goddamn loud in my house.
Yeah.
Let me just learn it.
I love whenever his German accent comes out a little. Like that's kind of that is the only time I find Lars Ulrich endearing.
It is, yeah. It's definitely one of the best parts of Some Kind of Monster. It's just like, man, he's such a little, like, especially the scenes with his dad. You're like, oh, that's why he's like this. Okay, everything makes more sense now.
Marcy, which song is this? Because I remember a bunch of people in the video for it being like, this was the intro that Lars had such a hard time trying to nail.
Yeah, Shortest Straw.
Yes, Shortest Straw.
What's crazy that song's even in this game. That's like that's a Justice for All album cut. Like,
yeah.
Gotta have shit for the real
people
fans.
pointed out, yeah, they gotta throw a bone to the fans. And also on Justice for All, fucking great album. It's just really funny because like people pointed out that also like whenever you load up the Shortest Straw, it specifically does not show Lars in the intro whenever it can. Because he's having such a hard time with this.
Yeah. 6. He did it. Good job, Lars. Also, I do love that his drums, his drumsticks are actually perfect for the mocap because it's the same like texture as the suit and stuff. He already got the ball at the top of the tip.
Lars, what just happened?
Sorry for all the bad things I've done in my life.
What the fuck?
Bring that one back.
I'll never think bad things again.
Having a come to Jesus
Bullshit.
moment.
Way to go, Aaron. He's dead. Hey, man. That was once in a lifetime thing. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was awesome.
Thank you.
God,
It's
having
beautiful.
a come to Jesus moment because I can't play the shortest straw on my mocap drums.
Beautiful.
I guess it's the Master Puppets one.
Yeah.
Is it
we
Mars?
already
yeah,
watched,
yeah.
We already
Okay, cool.
watched that.
Yes, see, this is the this
here's
is
a Seek and Destroy one for the base. So we'll get to that clip. Seek and Destroy. All right, we got Rob. Stand there, everyone's getting ready, getting the cameras ready. All right, we see. All right, we. Here we go. He's getting down low.
Oh, we got a little green skeleton. Oh,
He's
yeah,
spinning.
Spin. Yeah.
I'm watching the.
Hell yeah. He's gonna take off and fly.
Oh,
He's not even playing the bass. He's just spinning around.
Some say Rob Trulio is still spinning to this day.
God. All right.
We got one more non-Metallica song. I'm gonna maybe come off as an evil fucking bitch in this one. I think this song fucking sucks ass.
Appropriate for this song.
It's fun. I think it's good. I think it's fun.
This to me, I like. So I was also thrown because I saw the 2008 and like I don't really have like much of a like background in the stuff that like King Diamond's done like over like he's not like a figure that has ever been like in my radar. But I was just kind of like, I had the feeling with this that I have with like, what kind of like the human resources thing when it's like all the stuff I was talking about with like the like new wave of British metal, like that I really like for whatever reason, this to me is like the Hello Human Resources version of it, where it's just like all the pieces are there, but it just doesn't hit for me. I think because it is going so hard on those like shriek notes.
Yeah,
in a way
that high
like,
note made me very upset. I really didn't like that.
But as we talked about here, we have the King Diamond avatar in game. I don't know. The thing is, like, when I was back in, like, before I was, like, Alice Cooper, it's on-site arc, Alice Cooper was, like, the one shock rocker who could do an appearance like this, who I would, like, tolerate, and it was mostly because, like, the songs were a certain kind of, like, knowingly, like, tongue-in-cheek and, like, cheesy, but, like, something about this is just, like, they're kind of like that, but it's also like there's a kind of like hardness to what it's trying to do that doesn't really land for me. I don't really know. It's just I just don't like his voice. I'm sorry. It's just, there's like no body to it when he does the falsetto, and I think that's the distressing thing to me. Like with Halford, like when you hear it, there's like at least a little bit of like a lower like no, there's a low like what's the term I want to use here? Like, what's the term I'm trying to use? It's like the kind of like root note. You can kind of hear it like in there. I'm probably using the wrong term, but like with that, it's just like all whine in a way that like kind of upsets me. Also, I don't like the solo. The solo doesn't really do anything for me. The solo is, I remember I think I like FC'd the solo and I was like, huh, why was the solo so easy?
Insist upon itself. I don't know if that actually is true. That's my guess. I don't know anything. I don't know anything about this fucking genre. I really don't know shit. I all I know is that I don't like when I don't like the man. I don't like this man. I don't like him. I don't like his face paint. He scares me. I don't like his high notes. The falsetto is disturbing. What he did Stuck in the Sound dick and ball torture to make himself sound like that. I don't like it.
Did someone say Stuck in the Sound?
More like stuck in the testicular torsion. Whatever the fuck was that episode?
More like sucking and sounding.
Look, more like sucking the dick. And remember.
And
folks,
like, okay, this
was
pivot
bad.
doesn't really land for me either. Marcy, I'd love to hear, because as like not really educated King Diamond, Mercyful Fate person, I'd love to hear more of like where you're coming from with this.
I mean, I'm not necessarily either. Like, I mostly know them from like this game and like just from Metallica talking about them. Like, I think it's fun. They have other cool songs. But they always like talking about like King Diamond because like just like you could definitely tell why they like fucking them as much as they do. They made a whole like they dedicated a whole medley of like Mercyful Fate songs on like their Garage Inc. record. So like, yeah, they really wanted him in here, even though like he's kind of relatively unknown to most people. I think the song's fine.
I mean, they also named a song after them on Garage Inc.
Yeah, that's
too.
the medley.
Oh, that is okay.
It's got this song in there.
That's in this game, yeah.
I don't.
It's still going. I'm kind of done. I've depleted my energy. I can't.
Robert's gay. Kirk is gay. Lars is gay, but the gayest is a James. Let's move the fuck on to more Metallica. Dyer's
all right,
I
did have to throw one and Justice for All bone in here. It is kind of funny which ones end up in this game because like it's like one, it's the shortest straw, and it's this one. Like I can't remember. I don't think Blackened is in here, which feels kind of insane.
Blackened and a Justice for All were Rock Band DLC.
God, that feels wrong. Like I feel like that should have been in here.
Yeah, those songs are so good, and they'll be like really good in here.
But this one is a like great album closer. It's kind of like, to me also like playing it back today, I forgot how goofy like the lyrics are like at times, like the like way that James hits the dear mother, dear father, like right at the beginning is like so fucking insane. But this is also one where it's like the strum pattern is so fucking like brutal to like keep up with, and like the way it switches up into those triplets is like. Yeah, this is to me like the platonic ideal of like a challenge song in this game, in the sense that it throws you for a loop because the entire way you play it is different than the way you've played almost every other song in the game. So it kind of makes sense as like a great left field pick for like late in the game. I mostly
no joke. Whenever I hear this song, I think about playing the chart in this game because like I can just I play this one a lot, and so I just know the chart from memory a bit.
Yeah, for me, this is, like, probably, like, other than All Nightmare Long, like, the hardest song in the game. Like, if this one... Like, I know they couldn't have picked this one as, like, the last song because it would have been kind of a weird pick. And we'll get into that because it's, like, you kind of run into, like, a weird impasse where it's, like, no matter which last song you picked, it would have been weird in some way or another. But, like, this is one where I'm, like... It would have been, like, if you wanted to go for pure challenge, this would have been, like, and, like, one that is, like... has a legacy in the band's catalog, like in terms of like being in that like golden era for them. It would have like made sense if you were just going for the pure challenge factor. But yeah, I dig this one quite a bit. I'm just mostly, I wanted to have some and Justice for All representation because I had to cut one. We covered it already. And then the other one was The Shortest Straw, which I do like, but I definitely prefer this one. This one is, I think, a better representation of, like, when that album just goes right to the, like, throat. Because, like, I know the whole thing with that album is also, like, they felt like the songs were, like, a little too long. And this one's just, like, the shortest, just, like, just straight down the plate fastball, 5 minutes long, just brutal all the way through. And it's kind of, like, it's a good, like, little inversion of, like, what a lot of the rest of the album is doing.
Yeah, there's like a song like this on Red Lightning, Fight Fire with Fire, which is like a top 5 Metallica song for me. Like I love that song so much. Lots of fast strumming, really good solo. It's yeah, really good.
It's also kind of like maybe the last like pure thrash song in their like catalog too, like or at
I
least
was gonna
like
say this is really thrash, like. Really, I mean, like, I'm like, damn. When was the last time that Lars played the drums this fast in a song?
Yeah, unless there's something on like Black Album I'm like totally missing out on, but like, but no, this one it's sick. I dig this one a lot. Like, if this had been like the last song, I would have been like, yeah, that's a good challenge, and it's an album closer, so it would have made a lot of sense. There is one more after this, though. So you go through all these, and then you end up in a venue that is simply called the Ice Cave.
They're trapped
the game
under
doesn't
ice.
really.
They're trapped under ice like the song.
But they already burned Trapped Under Ice on Guitar Hero World Tour, so you gotta do you gotta do the fucking the thing that should not be instead. It's just really interesting because it's like the game doesn't prime you for this at all. They're like, Metallica's going to the coldest venue in the world, and then all of a sudden you're there and you're playing the thing that should not be, which is a really fascinating choice for the last song in the game, in the sense that it like yeah, it's off of Master of Puppets. It's like a song that is like very cemented as like one of like the songs that real heads like know and love, but it's also just the vibe is so interesting for this being the last song. I think that this is what I mean when I say that the game's like structure and presentation is kind of odd to me, in the sense that it's like this being like the last, like if we're starting with For Whom the Bell Tolls, like this is like the last one that like we're going at, like it's kind of like an interesting inversion of For Whom the Bell Tolls in some ways, just in terms of its like mood and pace, but it was very bizarre to me to have such difficulty in the last few tiers of this game and then get to this song and very easily 5-star and be like, bizarre. I wasn't expecting that. I thought I was like in for something that would have been like harder. I don't know. Like, I'd go for mood more than anything else. But Marcy, how did you feel when you encountered this for the first time as a kid, like at the end of the game? Like, how did it feel to you?
I mean, I remember it being pretty cool, because they really fuck with Cthulhu, so they got him like swirling around there. Yeah, like interesting choice for like a game closer, I guess. Like I don't really know like a proper one you could have done. I guess one is in this game, but like you can't really do that. That would have been the one, but oh well.
It did already use it up in Guitar Hero 3, so like it makes sense that it's just in the middle of like whatever set it's in on this one. It's also just because I feel like you could have maybe done like Master of Puppets as the last one, or like Battery maybe.
Oh, this song in particular, because we were talking about S&M earlier in the pod. The cover of this they did. When they played the song in S&M, like James is at his most sicko trying to do this one. He gets a little crazy with it. It's him trying to be like very evil and stuff. It's cool.
I mean, he's got that twisted sound. He's a little Joker. He didn't forget the Joker.
He didn't forget the Joker. God, we've been talking about Metallica for like 3 hours now.
We haven't talked.
Oh God, what?
I could keep going, but like,
I can't.
It could be a lot.
I can't. I can't. We need Gavin here so bad. At least for me, I can only do so much.
Bad.
I can only carry this pod so much. I'll let y'all continue your thoughts on the thing that should not be, which sounds like a 1950s B movie. But that's awesome.
I mean, there is an ice chamber of some kind, so we got the thing.
Mm-hmm.
What if hell was like really cold? Think about it.
Wow. Okay, if Metallica were attacked by the thing, how would the order of operations with the killing go? I think it would be. I think Lars would be the first to go, and no one would know that something was up with him because he's just always acting weird and fucked up.
Yeah, I think I would agree. Lars is definitely first to go.
And I think it's gotta come down to like, I don't know. Like, who's next? Would it be?
I think it's Lars. I think it's Rob, then James, and then Kirk's at the end being like, "Oh no."
Yeah, Kirk is not the brightest. I think Kirk is last only because he's not the brightest. I mean, he wanted to fill his guitar with piss. You know, I think he's last to go, but that's not.
What if the piss guitar warded off the thing though?
True. Fucking, you could put gasoline in. Maybe the blue liquid they put in there instead is. You know, it's like gasoline. You can set it on fire and kill the thing. God, this is what the fuck? Yeah. What the fuck are we doing on this episode?
Yeah, what is happening? I will say I think part of the reason this doesn't really like land for me as like a final song is also because it kind of stays at the same register for the most part all the way through. Like it's like it makes sense as like an album cut, but like I think in the context of the game it just feels a little weird. Like it like deflates some of the energy. And I know that in the game there are like 3 Death Magnetic songs you can then like buy once you finish the game. But the thing is, it's like those are basically just there for like the real, like if you want the pure challenge and like this is like the thing that the game is building up to, like this is the last note and you get like all the achievements for like beating the game when you beat this one. It just felt kind of weird. I was like, I remember finishing it and was like, wait, that's it? That's like the thing, the note that we're ending on? Was the thing that should not be being the end of the game the thing that should have been or should not have been? Vote now in the comments below.
Mm-hmm.
The most BoJack Horseman-ass joke I could have come up with. But yeah, it's fine. I like the song in the context of the album. In the game, it just feels kind of weird. But that's Guitar Hero Metallica, baby. That's how we roll here.
We're gonna end the game with Dirty Window off of Saint Anger, guys.
Hell yes.
God.
Could have been Shoot Me Again.
God. Well, Guitar Hero Metallica. What?
It's a land of contrasts.
It's a land of contrasts, and you know that ends this season of Pod Hero.
Yeah, we are at a close. The proliferation ends in the most poetic way possible with a band that built itself entirely on proliferation of image and presence and omnipotence to the point where they could like license a 53 song cover compilation of a 12 song album. I think that's poetic, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Marcy, thank you so much for being on here. For dropping your Metallica knowledge.
Always happy to be here. I'm glad I got to rattle off about 2 of my teenage fixations at once. That's pretty good.
Hell yeah!
I don't have to
always
do
give it the
this.
verge. Do you anything you would like to plug? Anything you've got going on before I ask you our final question that I use to sunset everything, every episode, every guest appearance?
Oh, right, the final question. Oh, I forgot. I don't really got anything to plug. You can find me on like Blue Sky and stuff. Marcy Anime with like a .me at the end there. Got a cool domain.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I do DJing sometimes. If you're in the city of Pittsburgh and want to see me DJ to a bunch of furries, you can if you want. I don't know. I'm guessing it's not most of y'all's thing, but yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I'm having fun up here.
Hell yeah. Well, it sounds like you know what the final question is. It sounds like you've, at the very least, known that this was coming. But as we are doing, as is customary, as I'm going to start building in the hiatus that we're about to take, and then have ready to go, hopefully in time for the next season, or maybe even at the very end of when this episode goes up, as I scrub through all of our past episodes. Marcy, if you could pick any song in human existence that you feel should have been a Guitar Hero song, what would you pick?
You know, like I think about this kind of question for so long, which is why I'm like such a big Clone Hero player, because you could just play all of those. I can just play all of them.
Hell yeah.
I could have many answers for this. Like I'm sure I have like a list that I can make up if I wanted to. The only thing I'll say is that I think it is a I think the genre of jazz gets severely underrepresented in a series like Guitar Hero or Rock Band, understandably because I don't know, it's not as traditional as people think, say or whatever. But like I think those charts are very fun for me. I like playing jazz charts at Clone Hero. I think it's very fun. So fucking hold on, I gotta make sure I get the name right. Yeah, the only song that's coming on mind right now, I'm thinking of City Nights by Alan Holdsworth. I think that'd be a fun song to play because it's Alan Holdsworth. You know, it's a great jazz guitarist. Like just pick any number of like him or like Chick Corea band stuff or like Return to Forever. Like that stuff's cool. I think you could put on some like really good kids on the jazz. I think it'd be real easy.
Mm-hmm. Chick Corea stuff, especially, like that's where the magic is at. It is also really poetic that having both you and Alexis on, we got like similar answers, like at different points in time. I think that's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh God. No. I forget if she mentioned. No. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
She
she
hasn't been on
did.
in a
She
while.
did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Because
She's gotten some like I think Coltrane charts. I remember because I downloaded them in Clone Hero. I've played
yeah,
them.
she
They're
personally
sick.
charted me a John Coltrane chart for me to play. It was very nice of her.
Yeah, I remember immediately going out and downloading that. That was sick as hell. And like genuinely, like if we have any listeners who are Clone Hero players, look that shit up. It is really fucking sick. And
Yeah.
solid plug. Go listen to that episode of Pod Hero. We did I think it was 2.02, the very end of Guitar Hero 2's main set list. We had Boo Cannon and Alexis from Hot Singles on. Really amazing episode, one of my favorites, one of my favorite guest spots, and just a hell of a fun time. Always love having both of them on.
I love those people. Love those guys.
Yeah,
Love Alexis, the wifey. Let's go.
As we love having Marcy on. So Marcy, thank you for dropping in and for shredding with us, laying down the riffs. We got to go to therapy and figure out how to get Gavin back.
Yeah,
it might take a year. He might be gone for upwards of a year, just like James Hetfield was. But maybe when he comes back, he'll be a changed man. That's the note I think we should leave on. Let's meditate on this. Let's think about what this means. Let's think about the absence of our dear friend Gavin and what it means for us to come together as a unit and how we can come together stronger. I think you'll find next year when we return to Pod Hero, we'll make our own Saint Anger. Then you'll all see. Then you'll all see.
Yeah. Rob Trujillo on this shit. Just give me the Rob Trujillo of the Indie Heads podcast.
My pod style determines my cast style. My pod style determines my cast style.
Yeah, fuck that 1 year shit. If Gavin is gone for a year, then he's disowned because we'll
find out next week.
We'll find out next week.
We'll find out next week when Matty. You want to take it away?
So we've been teasing this series for a little bit, and this kind of came together somewhat. I won't say last minute, but sort of. Violet had an idea
very suddenly.
It's something that, of course, we've kind of like. It's been in the air as something that we could do. Obviously. When people talk about this podcast, there's one name that gets brought up a lot, and that is the Big Bopper. Is that people like to call this a podcast about the Big Bopper, which I think is like kind of not really true, but also like, I mean, yeah. But Violet in particular just like really dialed in on the 50 stuff and was able to compile basically the Billboard charts didn't really exist until like 1958, but there were charts before that. And so Violet has compiled all the number one singles throughout the 1950s. And this is gonna be a very dumb series. I'm already regretting saying yes to this being a series, but the 50s number ones will premiere our first episode of the series next week. It's going to be me, Violet, and hopefully Gavin. I'm gonna say hopefully Gavin.
We'll see.
Here's the thing: it's definitely gonna be me and Violet. We can guarantee that, and Gavin will hopefully be on all the episodes.
Look, if you need a ringer at any point last minute and want to like unify the Violet Natalie brain meld for maximum chaos, just throw me in anywhere, Coach. I like have not signed up for an episode because frankly the idea of this series scares me and I don't want to know until I like listen to it for myself. But I will throw myself into the fray if you need somebody to rely on like a good old barbershop trio,
but you know, look, so 50 number ones where we're talking about all the songs that went number one throughout the 1950s. Perry Como was a name that I've never heard of, and it's very, very scary to find out what that's going to be.
I'm so sorry on your behalf.
Here's like I have not listened to a single playlist so far. We record we're recording this.
Oh, sorry. I'm seeing the first song, like one of the first songs.
It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Wait, no. I don't know if you want to censor this for spoilers to keep people on their toes. But the fact that you got the fucking Harry Lime theme in there, that's where the gold is. That's the good shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Oh my god! Again, I have not listened to a single playlist so far. Here's the thing: we're recording this episode of Pod Hero on Thursday, September 18th. And we're recording the first episode of 50s number ones on the 23rd, I believe. So I've not listened to a single playlist yet. I'm probably going to try to listen to a playlist tomorrow. I'm really afraid. I'm really, really afraid. But the way we're going to do the series, it's going to be a little different. We're not doing this all straight through. We have 11 episodes planned for this series, I believe. Let me double check that fact. Yeah, we have 11 episodes planned. It's going to be split up into 2 parts. We're going to do the first 6 episodes, and then we're going to take a little break because it's end of year stuff. And we also have I'm going to pull up the episode sheet. We have listeners. We have so many fucking episodes on the board that I have not even assigned when we're going to record them. It's just, they're all there just so they're put somewhere. But we do have things coming on the horizon. So stuff that basically we have to kind of go, okay, we have end of year stuff that we have to focus on. And then a couple episodes that are timely that okay, we probably need to get these done before the year ends. But yeah, we have a very busy schedule for y'all coming up. But of course, 50s number ones premieres. I don't want to. I want to say, oh, it's going to premiere on Sunday. I won't guarantee that. It's either going to be on the next Sunday or next Monday. Probably is when the first episode will go up. I'll reveal our first guest. Of course, Can Con is going to be back on the pod. We love Can Con. We love our king of ethical doxing, Can Con 155. But joining us on the episode is going to be editor in chief of our good friends over at Merry Go Round Magazine. CJ Simonson will be returning to the pod as our first special guest of the series. We've got some good guests on the series overall that I'm very, very excited to have. We'll have people that have not been on the podcast in a very long time. They're going to be on this. Again, I will not reveal one or two of the names. There is one name here in particular that when I got the text message that they said they wanted to be on the episode, I was so fucking happy because we've not had this person on in over 3 years, I think. So
at least
3 years. I think the last time this person was on was when we did one of our last series, 5 Morons versus Maroon 5. So very excited to have this guest back on. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. So I'm so scared. I'm so fucking scared right now. I'm so scared.
I'm so scared on your behalf.
I gotta say, as a fan of this podcast, I like tuning in when I can. This has got to be one of the dumbest ideas you've ever.
It's so stupid.
I remember vividly what was happening was I was driving back from Chicago in December after the Blood Brothers shows I was in, and I stopped at a gas station. And I was like, "Why are there 500 messages in the Discord about 50s songs?" And I realized what was going on, and I was like, "Oh no, this is the new Brainworms. This is I'm terrified of how much this is going to take over everything, truly." And I'm so excited to hear what this actually sounds like in practice, because when I think about it, I'm just this is unreal. But I'm psyched for that. Psyched for the future of Pod Hero, which I'm assuming we'll see how it pans out with the schedule, but I'm assuming sometime next year. All I gotta say is if you are itching for more of this, familiarize yourself with some of these games. Guitar Hero 5, obviously. Guitar Hero Warriors Rock, obviously. But remember DJ Hero. Remember Band Hero. Remember Guitar Hero Van Halen. And no one remembers Guitar Hero Live because no one played that goddamn shit. But I didn't play that goddamn shit. I'm going to have to figure out what the fuck I'm doing for that, because there's no way I'm playing the game
good luck with that.
It actually was released. But we've got more. I'm hoping we go above and beyond with some of the guests we got next year. We have one guest who I was very sad couldn't be on this week's episode, who already guaranteed is going to be on next season. I've got a couple more people waiting in the wings who I haven't been able to fit on, but there's one or two people in particular that I'm hoping to be able to get on and to make you go wait, what the fuck? Why are they here? So hopefully stay tuned. We'll see you next year for Pod Hero, but please tune into this incredibly stupid 50s number one series. Until then, keep on rocking, and until then, keep on bopping.
Keep on bopping. 50s number ones next week. Pod Hero season 2. That's a wrap. Rockin', everybody.
Rock on.
Rock on.
Hate me now. Kill all star within my head.